look at that man, but you don't got a screenshot, don't got a plan. You talk about a white car like it's some smoking gun, but every single detail falls apart one by one. Stop pushing the lies, goofy gray, every word you throw. Someone pays, we gotta get the truth before another one dies. Fog lights on, we cutting through your disguise. Stop pushing the lies, goofy gray. Fog lights blazing, you still mumble in the haze. Goofy gray static, every channel, every day. You shout, I got proof, but your pockets stay bare. Just echo in the alley, just dust in the air. Just another idiot, storytelling every day. You build crooked houses out of things you can't say. You sell loaded rumors like they're holy signs, while family sits shaking on the other side of the line. Stop pushing the lies, goofy gray, every word you throw. Someone pays, we gotta get the truth before another one dies. Fog lights on, we cutting through your disguise. Stop pushing the lies, goofy gray. How many names gotta fade off the page while you chase fake ghosts in the secondhand rage? We want hard facts, not your costume show. Turn the cameras to the damage, let the real story glow. Let the real story glow. Stop pushing the lies, goofy gray, every word you throw. Someone pays, we gotta get the truth before another one dies. Fog lights on, we cutting through your disguise. Stop pushing the lies, goofy gray.
Yeah, yeah. Roll call, listen. They go the sauce bars. Clock on the wall, still ticking. Blue crew posted in the bag, a whole room. Listen. True crime cafe, coffee, black eyes, red files on the table, cold cases, cold dread, seeking the truth. Ink stains on his hand, pics on the cardboard, string lines, map land, busting these cases, long nights, tight grind. Everything will be fine. He repeat that line. Blue crew backs him, keep him on track. One step from the edge, they pulling them back. True crime cafe, they go to softball, seeking the truth, pay the real cost. Gotta find answers, gotta make time, busting these cases, walking that line. True crime cafe, they go to softball, hoping he can answer just a few. Yo, true crime cafe, they go to softball, say it with your chest. This the true talk, solving the bullshit, lies in the booth, paper plates, cheap meals, chasing down proof, praying real quiet, hands on his face, fighting for the next meal. In another cold case, street talk, tip line, voices on mute, he dig through the dirt, searching for a root, true justice, distant, like it changed address, but he still take notes, never half step. True crime cafe, they go to softball, seeking the truth, pay the real cost, gotta find answers, gotta make time, busting these cases, walking that line. True crime cafe, they go to softball, seeking he can answer just a few talk. True crime cafe, they go to softball, say it with your chest, this the truth talk. True talk.
1960 on the clock face, 4 a.m. bleeding through the blinds, phone glow, floor cold, heart race, can't tell the truth from the lines. Bethany says, can we go home? I laugh, but I'm not alright. Everyone kind, everybody in the bathroom glass. Red eyes, but I'm still dry. I talk big, then I walk it back. Can't look myself in the eye. Pretty much friends and such around. Must have been drunk, but I ain't trained. Hate the way my words fall down. My lies hurt people, I think.
Shadows move slow, like blood on the snow. 4 young souls, Idaho. A scream swallowed whole. Who will know? The truth hides deep where the dark winds blow. Police lines blur, whispers in the air. Prosecutors stare, but do they even care? No voice for the voiceless, cries in the night, lies in the system. Black takes the light. No voice for the voiceless, the broken and lost. The truth's too heavy to hide. The cost. A whisper, a knife in the dark. The system creaks, the machine won't spark. Conspiracy hums like a vulture's mark. Broken lives, just ashes in the park. Corruption's a shadow, it devours the weak. They silence the truth before it can speak. No voice for the voiceless, cries in the night, lies in the system. Black takes the light. No voice for the voiceless, the broken and lost. The truth's too heavy to hide. The cost.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the cafe. We are open for business. Grab a seat, get comfortable. Let's do this thing, guys. Today, we're getting into a conversation in regards to the prosecution and why don't they follow their own rules, the laws of the state, folks, because we've noticed many times that they're going against their own state rules and laws that are written for them, guys. And why is that? You got to wonder. At least in this case, you definitely got to wonder. And so I'm pointing out some issues today that we've come upon that are just like, what? I guess not surprising, but once again, good reasons why this case could be thrown out, in my opinion. I'll just say that much. That being said, you know where we're headed. Make sure you go tell your friends, your neighbors, the landlord, the mailman, the milkman, the cat next door. See if they want to come join us, guys. We got plenty of room over here, if you will. Make sure you grab a big old cup so we can get fill it up with all that truth you guys are craving, guys. And let's get this show on the road. Here we go.
flicker like broken halos. Whispers gather in the smoke-filled air. Tables carved with secrets and shadows. Every story's a wound laid bare. The kettle's boiling with restless rage. Justice written on an unseen page. I sip the silence, bitter taste, waiting for the ghosts to show their face. At the True Crime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betrayed. Mirrors cracked, reflections are liars. Ashes fall where the guilty once stood. The jukebox hums like a funeral choir. Echoes pounding through the neighborhood. Every scar is a candlelit vow. We hunt the how, we demand the now. No more silence, no more disguise. We'll paint the night with sharpened cry. At the True Crime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betrayed. This is not a sermon, it's a battlefield hymn. A requiem dripping from the bottle's rim. The guilty write stories in invisible ink, but we'll drag it all up from the edge of the brave. At the True Crime Cafe, the reckoning burns like a black bouquet. Every shadow will pay. In the True Crime Cafe.
What up? What it do? What's good for you? Good to see you guys in the house. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're all having an awesome day today. I hope you're all staying warm and cozy within your homes and whatever you're doing and having just an amazing day. And I appreciate you guys joining us here so very much. Let's see. And I appreciate all you guys that hopped on over with Typically Unique this morning and joined Kim over there with myself. She had a great show this morning, or afternoon, I should say, early afternoon. It was great topics to talk on. I was very happy to be over there, and I liked seeing all you guys over there supporting her as well. Thank you so very much for that. Let's see here. Come on in and grab a seat, guys. 60 peeps in the house, 32 likes. We're getting there. Come on in. Let's see who we got joining us so far. Looks like Miss Jane Kendall, welcome to you. Right Turn Clyde, welcome back. Michelle F., great to see you. Beach Babe, you as well. The last 24's in the house. Mikey, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Jesse Lynn, welcome back to you. Beach Babe. Moonlit Baby, welcome back. Great to see you. Miss Jen 7, always happy to have you in the house. Mary Holt, welcome back. Karmic Retribution. Again, guys, make sure you have that link right there. Clip that link, run on over, and subscribe to Miss Karmic Retribution, all the stuff that she does. She does an amazing job over there. If you will, please and thank you. Great to see you here today. And of course, the awesome Miss Potts back in the house today. Great to see you, Miss Annie. Thank you for joining us. And there is Miss Annie's link, guys. If you will, run over to subscribe to Miss Potts. Again, you'll be disappointed if you don't. I'm telling you, hit that notifier. You don't want to miss anything she puts out. And make sure you hit that like button as well. And Annie, thank you again for joining us today. We appreciate you. The megastar in the house. Great to see you, Meg. Moonlit Baby. I already said hello to you, but welcome again. The Canadian Cat Lady, welcome back. Great to see you. Dana Chawdoin, like Chawdoin. I think I'm saying it right. Welcome to you. Great to see you. Big CWS 4522, welcome. Great to see you. All right. Let's see here. Miss Rowe, welcome back to you. Thank you for joining us. And thank you to all my blue crew for being here today. Mr. Randy Furr, my brother from another mother. Good to see you, my friend. Robert Bell, welcome to you. Even though you're a Steelers fan, I'm still grateful you're here. Great to see you, my friend. Hemi's in the house. Great to see you, sir. Let me see. Show. Tommy Boy, welcome to you. Great to see you. Let me see. The megastar, Miss Meg. Hunted Breed, welcome to you, my friend. Good to see you. RJ, what's up, brother? Good to see you in the house today. Thank you for joining us. Sweet Melissa, you as well. Come on, Lisa Winchester, welcome back. Good to see you today. Mimi 422, welcome. C-Jag, welcome to you. Great to see you today. Shayla Bender, welcome to you. Thank you for joining us today. Great to see you. Boricua, welcome back to you. I think I got pretty much everybody. If I didn't, I will catch up with you. I promise you that. I usually always do. And Stitches in the house today as well. Good to see you, Stitches. Thanks for joining us. SoCal Gal, welcome back to you. We're getting there. 75 of you guys in the house with 40 likes. We're catching up. Again, like I said, the prosecution in this case does not seem to want to follow their own state laws, and they do what they want, guys, and that's a problem, I think. So we're going to discuss a little bit of that today. And whatever else we fall into. RBF Queen, welcome. Good to see you today. Thank you for joining us. Always great conversations over here with all you amazing people. Mandy Lan, Mandolin Sue, welcome to you. One minute. Come on in and grab a seat, guys. think I got everybody. I don't see anybody else. All right, guys. We got 69 peeps in the house, 42 likes. Excuse me. We are catching up. Make sure something here. All right. Okay. Miss Noni's in the house. Good to see you, Noni. There's Busy fizzing around. Yes, sir. B. Welcome to you. Miss Sarah D's in the house. Teresa, welcome back. Guys, make sure you head over to X over there, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and check out Miss Sarah D. Miss Sarah D has this case locked down on her X account, guys, and she makes sure it's organized and in order. If you have any questions, you'll find it there. So go check her out over there, if you will, guys. Please and thank you. Melon, welcome to you. And Fizzy's in the house. Welcome, Fizzy, up here with me. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, Dago. How you doing?
I can't complain, sir. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate you.
Always. I like being up here with you, Dago. I like to keep you company.
I've gathered that. I appreciate you.
I'm you never know what today may bring.
That's a fact. That is a fact. No lie there.
I kind
Yeah,
of
I
felt
found some.
I don't know. I've been self conscious about yesterday's live. I kind of felt like I went overboard a little bit, but
No, I think it was fine. No worries. No worries at all. That's right. You come in here barking orders. I made it home. Hit the like, everyone, and hello. That's right. That's SRB and Fizzy fizzing around in here. Good to see you, Fizzy. Noni, always happy to have you in the house. And of course, Miss Rowe. Thank you again to all the Blue Crew for being here. We appreciate you all very much. Couldn't do it without you. 100%. Great to see you guys. That's right. That's right. All right, guys. And whoever else is in here that may not be in the chat, that's just hanging out watching, we appreciate you as well so very much for hanging out and listening and watching. We appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Come on in,
hello,
guys.
Teresa.
What's that, buddy?
I see Teresa's waving at me and saying hello.
Oh, yeah, yay. Yeah, and again tonight, for those of you that are just popping in here, we ran into some stuff yesterday that I thought was kind of interesting. Tomboy being the on point person she has a tendency to be in finding things. She was rolling through some documents, looking at stuff, and said, "Hey, what the hell is going on with this?" So we hang out. We do a lot of our deep diving and stuff in the Discord in the background, and we start looking for stuff. And at that point, she's like, "What is this, and this?" So we started looking at different stuff, which refers us to other things, things like that. And we end up doing dives. So today we're doing a live dive, y'all, as I like to call it. We'll be on here live, diving into these situations and learning some things, and to see how either it did affect, could affect, or will affect the case, if anything at all. In some senses, in my opinion, there's been Idaho laws that have possibly been broken. In turn, could be a reason to flip this case, because some of these things I've been complaining about a few of them. But the prosecutor seems to think they can do whatever the hell they want, when they want, how they want to do it. And that kind of bothers me. I'll just put it that way.
That's
Eyes on me. Eyes on me. Don't be looking at me. Y'all can't see me. I'm just kidding, cat lady. But seriously, Yeah, it's interesting. And as like I said, we all know that Bill Thompson was the number one in charge of this, right? Okay, nothing happened unless they went through Mr. Thompson himself and of course his minion, uh, Miss Jennings. So we're gonna refer back to some of that stuff. I've been telling you guys, probably complaining about this for a while, about how I did not like the fact that they showed up at the house around five something before the coroner went in, before anybody else was, and they were just did what they wanted. Well, we were reading through documents yesterday, and at some point we're gonna look back at this too. When Brian Koberger's apartment, when the warrant was served on it, okay, the way the paperwork read, guys, unless we misread it, and if we did, so be it. It's very easy to do, but the way it read was that there's, oh my goodness, I ain't seen her, Candy girl. Good to see you, dear. She likes when I sing her name, because that was a great song they came out with back in them days. So good to see you, Candy girl. Thank you for joining us. And it looks like the big CW started off our goal today. Thank you very much for that, big CW. Which means I'm going to have to do this too. Just 1 minute here. Got that trainer rolling, and then thank you. Much appreciated, big CWS. Appreciate that very much. Very generous and very gracious of you, and God bless. Very much appreciated. So, you are so welcome, Candy. We love you. We appreciate you being here. It seems as though, and I didn't even know this, the way the paperwork reads is that Thompson and Jennings were at when they served the warrant on Brian's apartment. Really? Really? I've never heard of that before, but hey, go ahead.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Bill Thompson and Ashley Jennings were at Brian's apartment when they served a warrant there. That's how the paperwork reads. So, if that's the case, I want to know why. We looked it up yesterday, and that's not a typical situation. That doesn't work that way. And usually, if it happens, it's not something that I don't think it should be overlooked. I'll put it that way.
See.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Moonlit. Happy anniversary, Robert. Just saw that. So that's, again, just like I said, when I read through the Idaho law, the coroner's supposed to go in the house before anybody else really does, especially a prosecuting attorney or a defense attorney, for sure. And they did that too. And these things adding up are not adding up. I'll just put it that way. And I just kind of want to discuss it, like, why are these things allowed to happen when they happen? False Star, what's going on? Wonderful to see you today. Thank you for joining us. Sorry. It just seems like the prosecution in this case has just done whatever the hell they want, whenever the hell they want, and how they want to do it. It won't be. You're in chat right now, Robert. What are you talking about? All right. Let's see here.
Well,
so we're going to discuss that and whatever else we get into talking about.
So
go ahead.
I was just, asking my co-pilot, my AI, that question. Unfortunately, I can't be able to share the screen so everybody can see it, and I just don't want everybody to think that I'm just pulling shit out my ass and just don't make no damn sense. But
understood. Thank you again, Big CW. Dropping another one. Maybe we'll do that instead. There you go. It sucked. I
But
want
short answer is no.
right. No, it's not. We looked it up yesterday too. It's not normal. Linda Vaughn, welcome. Okay, here's what happens. Whatever you say, Meanie, holy shnikes, Meanie's in the house. Good to see you. Um, we don't block you, Linda. What happens is right, Mortal Kombat, right? Busy. Depending on what your comment was, Linda, YouTube is very structured and particular and picky and irritating, and they will block your comment sometimes. Sadly, I don't like it at all. So yeah, unfortunately, whatever it was you were trying to say, you might have to try to rephrase it because there's certain words that they just don't allow, and phrasing it's a pain in the booty. I don't like it at all. Mortal Kombat. You keep saying that stuff, Busy. You're gonna get me back into playing that game again because I used to love that game. Oh, it's no problem. Just like I said, try to rephrase whatever you're saying, Linda, and sometimes it'll, if you can rephrase it a different way than what you stated it, it'll allow you to do it.
Oh.
When I hear the train, I keep thinking of that song. That's hilarious. When I used to DJ, that was a hugely requested song. That's great, Beach Babe.
See, when a prosecutor's presence become a problem, a prosecutor's presence can violate the Fourth Amendment if they direct the officers to seize items not listed in the warrant. They participate in the search. Their presence is not reasonably necessary to
Right.
execution of the warrant.
Right.
This can lead to suppression of the evidence.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, and another thing, guys, make sure that you guys, James Mullen says a like button's been smashed but not redacted. We appreciate that, my brother. Make sure that you guys are still subscribed to the channel if that's what your choice was. We have a lot of people that have become unsubscribed, so make sure you are still subscribed if you want to be, please. You know what? Double B, Beach Babe, you said that. Now I can't help myself. I think this is what you were. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what she was talking about. Damn it with these telemarketers already. Stop. What's going on? What did Meanie say? It's been rough here. We all had. Oh, Lord. Are you serious? Oh, my God. Meanie, I'm so sorry. Been away. We got your back, Meanie. You know that. Deepest condolences and prayers and thoughts for your family, Meanie. We love ya. We got your back and we're here for you. So I'm so very sorry that you had to go through that. God bless, dear. And Carrie Pajula, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, prayers and thoughts. Truly, Meanie. It's so horrible, especially this right around the holiday time and New Year and all that. Anytime we lose anyone, it's horrible, but certain times of the year it makes it 10 times worse. So sorry, Meanie.
Yeah. My uncle texted me this morning, let me know my cousin's Steve, his wife, passed away yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
Yeah, I texted him. I told him, I said, man, we don't hardly ever speak anymore, like we used to. And he's been private, so which I respect that. Uh,
Yes.
so anyway, I don't know. I just let him know the usual stuff, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Blah blah blah. You know the deal. I love you. I got nothing but love for you. So you need anything, let me know. I'll pray for you. Basically.
Of course, yeah. And Meanie, I hope you guys are feeling better. That flu going around is no joke. It's really like I'm afraid of it myself. I don't like to leave the house normally, but that makes it even worse. I haven't seen Diane, Annie, and I have a feeling I know why. Um, Thank you so much for that, hon. I appreciate that. Annie hitting number 3 towards the goal and says, "Give Diane Draper my love." I haven't talked to her in a while, and I don't want to bother her because I have a feeling I know what she's probably dealing with right now. She was very close to losing her mother right before we last spoke to her, and I'm probably thinking she probably may have lost her, and that's horrible. So I hope she's okay. Again, keeping her in our thoughts and prayers, Miss Diane Draper, who's a big part of this community. We spoke to her right before Christmas, right around Christmas, and then that was it. So I hope she's okay. I think I might reach out to her via text just to say, "Hey, we're thinking of you, and I hope you're all right." Um, but I have a bad feeling. But thank you, Annie, for that. God bless, hon. And again, anybody that is dealing with um, the possibilities of this flu going around, please be careful, folks. This is not just the flu anymore. It's become, these bugs have become like super bugs, super flu, all of this stuff, and it's dangerous, like really dangerous. They're saying right now, so it's a bit of an issue. Just be careful, be safe, try to stay away from people, wash your hands, all that fun stuff. You guys know. I got your link, Emmy. I see it. Miss Lori's in the house. Crime and Chaos. Good to see you today. Yeah, I get it, SRB. I promise you I do. Kaleido Hope, welcome to you. All right. We're going to end up back to wearing the masks, guys. I mean, it in some senses, I don't want to scare people. I just want you guys to be safe and be careful. But in some senses, they're pointing, especially with little ones, too. Um, it's really dangerous. It's worse than the big C was in some aspects. So please be careful. That's a good point there, Jen. I love it. She said Diane Draper's queen. Anyone who tells somebody like Jeff H to F off and will pay the creator to boot his ass will come have a crown to, and hugs to Diane. Amen to that one. Yes. I kind of miss Diane. I know she's going through a lot right now, so I hope she's all right. Like I said, I'm probably going to reach out to her via text just to make sure she's okay. Anna D, welcome. Good to see you. 124, you beautiful people in the house today. 76 likes. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Mask, never no more. Oh, I get it, Randy. I get it. They sucked, but at some point, you don't even know what to do. Yeah, I do too, Robert. I do it a lot. I always did. When that seat thing was going on, um, my hands were bloody. I was doing it so much. It was crazy. Okay, Meg, take your time, hon. Super flu's no joke. I'm generally super healthy and was knocked off my feet. So was my. I've heard that. Yeah, and it doesn't go away quickly. That's the thing. It's not just like a 24-hour deal. It's rough. You gotta be careful with it. So please, I'm glad you're doing. Hopefully, you're doing better, Meanie, and you keep continuing to get better. And guys, anybody else out there, just be safe, be careful, and vigilant around people that are sick. That's all I'm saying. And sometimes you don't even know. So just be careful. Hand a hug. Welcome to you. True. True. Not everybody can wear them. I get it. Not everybody agrees with them. I understand and I respect that. It's just, in some ways, I think they can prevent some things. I'll say that. Not all things, but some things. All right. Taylor had it last week. It was rough. I'll bet, Jesse. Yeah, I got you. I understand. Grace Kirk, welcome. Good to see you. Like I said, everybody has different feelings on different things. I respect them all. Agreed. That's what I'm saying. I understand completely, Moonlit. 139 peeps in the house. 80 likes. We're catching up. You guys are awesome. There's Miss Kim. Typically unique. Great show over there this morning. I appreciate her having me over there. She had always has great topics to talk on. Welcome, Redacted. Doing Redacted. Great to see you. We had to cancel Christmas. Oh, I bet, Randy. Yeah, you can't have that happening. Doc Terry's in the house. Great to see you, Doc. Thanks for joining us. Doc said she was sick a while back. I hope you're feeling better.
It's my humble opinion. What she covered today was when that case was pretty much over.
Wait, say that one more time.
It was pretty much over at that point.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying. I mean, even though it wasn't over, but I'm just saying the way that all that went down. Yeah,
right.
It was pretty much the end.
I understand. Jane says, been trying to be more aware of it because my boyfriend has emphysema. Nearly lost him last year. Oh my God. See? Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be careful for real. Thank you, Kim. Again, thank you, Big CWs. I appreciate both of your donations there. God bless. Very much appreciate it. Looks like somebody else dropped one too, and I can't see it here. I'm looking. Oh, no, Annie did one too. Thank you again, Annie. All three of you guys. Alley Girl, welcome. Good to see you. I do not go out of my house. I'm rural male, stays in box for hours to kill germs. No, I understand completely. Dear. Welcome, Big B. Big B in the house. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you. Welcome all of you guys again for joining us today. Doc Terry, great to have you back. It's been a while. We've missed you. Yeah, it's been going around bad, Jen. Really bad. I don't know about everywhere else, but Ohio has been pretty bad for it. Thank God I don't have my grandkids are still in school and they come through once a week, but my son being in school is not in school anymore is helpful, I think, because I was always sick when he was in school. That's been harsh, and it's been very harsh. Rory shut down and went in different directions, Big B, from what I understand. Just was over the case from my understanding. Doc Terry, holy hell in a handbag. Thank you so much for that. Happy New Year's to you. Amazing. Very, very generous to you, and God bless, Doc. Appreciate that so very much. Very, very, very kind and very generous of you. Number 4 on towards our goal. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Doc. Always appreciated having you here. Still do. James, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you, brother. God bless. Number 5, guys. We're heading towards the end of that one. I owe you guys a couple of these real quick. And what there you go. Thank you guys so very much. Very generous, and I appreciate you guys very much. Oh, SRB, are you able to drop the wish list link? That's okay, Doc. It's okay. No. You're good. We know it. We appreciate you. No worries. I appreciate that very much. There's Miss Fancy in the house. We haven't seen Fancy in a little while. Good to see you. Nothing half-assed. My YouTube is not refreshing. Says upcoming on the thumbnail still. Grr. No, we haven't even started yet. I just talking to you guys a little bit, waiting for everybody to jump in. I try to wait a little bit, talk with you guys to make sure everybody's here so we don't have to start over. But good to see you, Fancy. Thank you for joining us. Hold on a minute here. There it is right there. Thank you, SRB. Thank you. And who was that? Alley Girl. There it is right there, dear. Again, never expected, but if anybody should choose to support us that way, you guys can do it through the wish list. And what that consists of basically is a lot things that I can use here to do what I do. Of course, I put coffee on there because that keeps me going too. But other than that, that's what's all on there, guys. And thank you so much for anybody for even considering. Okay. Wendy, welcome. Just great to see you today. Lurking or not, we appreciate you. Miss Jen, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Number 6. Amazing. God bless. Mortal Kombat. Oh, cool. I hope you got some good stuff there. Did you guys get any deer? Nothing? Fill up that freezer? God, I miss having the venison in my freezer. Miss Linda Vaughn. No, you should be able to back out and change your name at your own leisure, Linda, however you choose. You don't have to start a new account, I don't think. 3 down. Good for you. Damn. Good stuff. Good stuff. Miss B Slim's in the house. Wonderful to have you here. No worries. Love you and appreciate you very much. Katarina Rado, welcome to the sauce. We got a new meatball joining us, guys. Always happy to see that, and plenty of room in this pot in the sauce for a new meatball to jump in. Welcome, Katarina, and congrats. Thank you, Ro. Number 7, God bless, very generous. And Lizzie, welcome to you. Great to see you. All right. Where's Tomboy at? She's the one that brought this to my attention. Wonder what she's doing. I was hoping she was going to pop in here with us. And Krista as well, because I still haven't seen Krista Marie. I saw her this morning. I haven't got to share her songs I made for her. Blue Devil, welcome to you. Oh, she wasn't feeling good. Okay. Well, I'll hook up with her soon. You know those K-Cups leach forever chemicals into your car. I didn't know that, but thank you make me not want to drink coffee, Moonlit. Ms. Boone in the house.
I'm leaching.
In there. Thank you, Moonlit, for telling me. Miss Boone, we love Miss Booney. Good to see you, Boone. Blue W as well. Welcome, Miss Kim. How are you? Again, long time no see.
Hello.
Yes. Great to have you here today.
You know, normally when people are live, you see the red dot, and it wasn't showing up for me for you. Thank God I clicked, because I was like, okay, he said he was going on, and
no notification, huh?
Yeah.
Are you still subscribed?
That should be.
Emma Fez said yesterday she came in and said she was unsubscribed and she had no idea I had been going live.
I mean, it says I have my notifications on. I'll mess with it later. I'll unsubscribe and resubscribe.
Yeah, sometimes I guess people have been being unsubscribed again by YouTube. So again,
it's crazy.
Welcome, folks. But thank you, False Star. I appreciate that. I'm sure Kim does as well.
Yes, thank you, False Star.
Posted my letter and ways to have Hitler and Bill Thompson and crew looked into for their conduct as it related to Idaho Bar. I can't pin it, but it's under. Thank you, Jen. Thank you.
Nice, Jen.
Very great job, dear. Thank you. I should pull that up too. Not updating either. Checking, guys, again, make sure you're still subscribed if you choose to be. Please. Because a lot of people are being unsubscribed, have no idea what's going on, and they don't want to be. So I think that's a problem. So Why they're doing it, I don't know, unless they get some kind of kickback for people resubscribing to channels. That makes no sense, but whatever. I don't know how this stuff works in some senses.
Well, it affects your channel too, because
yes,
subscribers tells YouTube how to put your videos out.
Mm-hmm. And it works the algorithm thing. Mikey likes your lipstick.
Hi, Mike.
You guys are killing me.
Thank you.
He's a trip. It's a good thing he's my friend. You bet, Clifton. Good to see you. Yes. So for those of you that are just now getting in here, guys, like I said, we noticed some stuff yesterday. I've been complaining for weeks. When I realized when we went over the Idaho, I always want to say Ohio, Kim. Always.
I know.
Idaho law, because it's so close. And Roxy, welcome to you. It's when we went over Idaho law, and it's probably not a big deal, but it is to me because of the way the case has fallen down. Okay. I know it, Mike. I know. You're all good, brother. I think I complimented her once. I said her hair looked nice once, so I do it too. Anyway, I didn't want to make too many compliments and make Carlos mad. That's not fair. By the way, make sure you guys, or if you're in here, if he probably doesn't watch, but Carlos's birthday is Friday, so make sure you guys wish him a happy birthday if you can.
Thank you.
What was I saying?
Idaho law.
Yeah, I read through Idaho law, and when we realized that the coroner she lied, and they lied, stating that she went in at 5 o'clock that afternoon. She never did. The report we went through stated that Catherine Mabut went in around anywhere between 7 and 9 p.m. that night. So I'm going to claim about 8 to 8:30 she went in there. They removed the bodies at 9:30, they claimed. Nobody else is supposed to be in that house until she goes in and does what she does, calls it what it is, takes custody, and then they go in and they start doing forensic investigations and all that other stuff. She never went in there till late that night. She claimed earlier that there was 5 something. We know that's not true based on the report.
Yeah, that's what she said when she did that interview.
Right.
5 o'clock.
And that's not true. But you know who did go in around 5 o'clock was Bill and Ashley with the prosecution, along with Payne and Gilbertson. So again, this may not be a big deal to some, but it is to me because of the simple fact that they're breaking rules and going against the law that they themselves have written. Okay. And I'm not saying the prosecutor wrote the laws. I'm just saying the government in itself. Okay. Mm-hmm. So again, it's 5 or 5:30. We see, and I'm going to pull it. We're going to watch it, guys. Bill Thompson and Ashley Jennings going into the home with Brett Payne, and I think it was Gilbertson. Don't quote me. It might have been Talbot. But either way, Catherine Mabot had not been in that house yet. Okay, she was there at 12:15 and 12:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to throw this in the garbage. This is nonstop. They're calling me all day long from Spectrum, trying to upgrade what I have, and I'm not doing it. Miss Mamikins, welcome. Good to see you. So, they show up. What the hell was I saying? I think I already said that. They show up at 5:30. They go in, they do their walk through the house, whatever. Mm-hmm. And Mabot was over here on King Road, just staged, waiting until they did all of that. Now, something's wrong with that. I'm sorry. She hasn't been in to look at the bodies. She hasn't been in to check, to give time of death, none of that, which we know was bullshit anyway. It was not noon. We knew it wasn't noon, but that's the time of death she gave, because that's basically when they got called. Okay. And I still think that was done on purpose to throw everybody off the timeline, but that's just me. Anyway, so she staged over here for 8 hours or more, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Here comes Mr. Prosecutor and his Oompa Loompa sidekick. In they go to do their little walk through the house, and she hadn't even looked at the bodies yet. Something's not right with that. I'm sorry, but it's not. So then there's that situation, guys. Then we're going through paperwork last night. I think Kim was even in there with us for that in the Discord, and we do dives in research and stuff together in the Discord, looking up things, looking into things. So Tomboy pulls something up, and we're looking through things, and she's like, "What the hell is this here?" And I'll be damned if when they served the warrant on Brian Koberger's apartment, in the paperwork it states that Bill Thompson was there along with Ashley Jennings. Why? First off, why? But okay, so we looked that up, and it states that that's not normal at all. And again, this is before Brian was arrested. Probably right before he was arrested, but still, hey, Witchy, good to see you, Witchy. And Brian Todd, welcome to you. And Jilly Bean's in the house. Good to see you, Jilly. So again, you guys, these are laws put in place for a reason and rules that are to be followed, whether they're government officials or not. Everybody has rules, and they're completely stomping on them like they're nothing. Go ahead, Kim. I saw you were going to say something.
So you're talking about like giving the example at the 1122 house that Thompson and Jennings went in there before the coroner. And then what Tomboy brought up, was it for his apartment?
For Brian, when they served the warrant at Brian's apartment, when it was
at the apartment, he wasn't arrested yet.
No, he was in Pennsylvania, and I think it was not long after that, in the middle of the night, he got arrested. Okay.
Yeah.
But during that day, I'm pretty sure it was before he was arrested. Don Daniels with WSU police and Pullman police and all that, they go there to serve the warrant on Brian's apartment beforehand, and it states in the paperwork that the prosecutor and Jennings are there.
Mm-hmm.
So we look into that, and that's not a normal thing to do. I think Hemi said he just looked into it too. And what it says, let me see here. Does a prosecutor, hold on. Actually, I'll just let you guys see it.
So we were questioning when they went in. Was it normal for them to go in? The date that they went in?
Right.
Like, there's a lot of questions.
A little bit of all of it, yeah. Does a prosecutor have the right to be at a place of residence to serve a warrant? Here's the clean, legally grounded answer. And it lines up with how you and I have talked about authority. This is his assistant. Procedure and who actually has the powers to execute. Short answer is no. Okay. A prosecutor does not have the legal authority to serve a warrant or to be the one executing it, which that's not what I'm saying, but no, they don't do that part of it. But it does say a prosecutor may be present, but they have no independent right to be there unless law enforcement invites them and the situation requires it, which is rare. So what it means is that there typically is no reason for the prosecutor to be there.
Right.
Unless law enforcement asks them to be. So why would they do that? First off, okay.
Why would they want to be? Like, who wants to go do extra work that you don't need to do? It's not required.
Thank you. Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 4 is explicit. It says a judge issues an arrest warrant to an officer authorized to execute it. A prosecutor can request a summons instead of a warrant, but they are not authorized to serve or execute the warrant. And search warrant follow the same principle, blah, blah, blah. So here's my issue with this. If anybody's questioning why I'm bitching about this, like basically, okay. Thanks, Hemi, for that, by the way. I'm uncomfortable with him. I don't trust him. And hold on. Sorry. I'm uncomfortable with him and I don't trust him by any means. And he was the number one boss. Everybody reported to him before they did anything in this case. Welcome, Pennywise.
They sure did. And he was the point of contact, wasn't he? Wasn't he was named something. He was named
point of contact.
So I don't know. I don't remember what it was. Like he's like I think everything had to go through him.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah,
or maybe the speaker, he was going to be the one to speak. I don't know. It was something. He was named something.
Any decisions that were made in the case went through him first. That's how I found it out. Or read it. And right, this is the other part of something. When we pulled this up before, Annie pulled it up too, is the same thing we saw. It says prosecutors for a county have primary responsibility for enforcing Idaho's criminal laws. Of course, they often arrive at major crime scenes such as homicides. This is true. But the law that I read states that nobody typically goes into the scene of a crime, a major crime especially, until after the coroner does their thing, okay? And that didn't seem to matter. And it's almost like this is what my issue is. It's almost like she was told to wait until after he went in.
Yeah.
There's Tomboy. There she is.
So that was my other question. So, because we're talking about Brian's apartment, it's in Washington, it's in another state. So, what is a prosecutor from Idaho? I mean, it's his case, but I'm just wondering how that works. Do you have to send the law enforcement from the other state to go do it?
Well, they serve the warrant, of course, because the prosecutor doesn't serve a warrant or execute a warrant, I should say. And this is for the office too. When they did his office, we were talking about that yesterday too. She said that this warrant was filed, granted, and served in Whitman County, Pullman, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't understand until after the fact. Once there's an arrest done, or once they find evidence of sorts in relation to the case, why the prosecutor would be there beforehand. I don't get it. I don't. Thank you, SRB. In Idaho, the prosecutor can enter a crime scene before the coroner. However, that comes with legal ramifications such as becoming a potential witness in the case. Okay. Again, it bothers me, you guys. I don't trust Bill Thompson. I don't trust Ashley Jennings. I believe they've lied more than once, and I just don't trust them to not be honest.
Could you imagine if Ann Taylor put their butts up on the stand and said, okay, tell us what you saw when you walked into the house, or ask them questions about being in the house?
I wouldn't put it past her, to be honest.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have put it past her at this point.
You would have to.
Right. Agreed. And that's a good, thank you, Annie. That's a good point. You know what I mean? But they were there. They were at all three places: the office, the house, or the apartment. I'm sorry, and the at the crime scene too. So Tomboy says he shouldn't have been there at all in Pullman. Then my next question is why just his apartment and not the office as well? So again, when we were going through those, we were going through Welcome Disable Me from Havasu. How do you say that? Havasu? Sorry. I did have it on screen. I'm done with it now, SRB. But we're gonna get to that next. I was just talking about it first.
But how does that work when the crime is in Latah County, Idaho, but they want to serve a warrant for the person living in Whitman County, Washington? I would think there would at least be like a level of courtesy where you contact that.
They have to process, and yeah, it has to be served and processed through Whitman County, obviously. So they have to contact Whitman County and then work with law enforcement there to have that done. So yeah, I agree with you. That's exactly how I'm sure it went.
Who are the cops on the body cam? Are they Washington police?
Don Daniels, WSU PD, I believe. But here's what we got confused with yesterday. WSU or Pullman. I thought Daniels was Pullman police, but it's listing her as WSU police. And then the other thing, guys, if you remember, when they were serving the warrant on Brian's apartment, Daniels is on the phone with the judge getting the warrant activated. Why? Like, what these things were all weird to me. I just didn't, nothing has been cut and dry on this case, including that kind of stuff. And it just bothered me a bit. So,
yeah.
Just saying. He was in the apartment in Pullman for hours. It wasn't that exciting in there, you know. Right. And they left a tower in there. They also took an officer from, we talked about this last night too. I think you were in there, Kim. Where was he from? Post Falls.
Oh, the Urig guy?
Yeah, they took a gentleman.
Post Falls.
Neil Urig out of Post Falls, Idaho. They took him in, and he was also listed as a Secret Service agent.
Secret Service, you guys. Secret Service.
Yes. He was on scene with them as well at the office, I believe. Go ahead.
Hemisphere is like, oh, here we go.
No, I just want to let y'all do, because I'm looking at it and I'm seeing two things that's popping up. It's Idaho Code 44 and 41. And it's giving me a graph. So I revised the search. They go. If you want, you can click that link. I don't know if I can give you another link or you can do it. But you can see the graph that I'm looking at.
Is this a secondary link or the one I already showed? No, I already showed that. Yeah, I showed that one. If you have another one, you're welcome to drop it back there. It's up to you.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Crud Dog, welcome to you. But yeah, this gentleman worked for Post Falls PD and was also with the Secret Service. They had him with them as well when they served the warrant on the office. I don't know if they were expecting certain things, but they got nothing from what it stated in the warrant or from the warrant return. I'm sorry. It was an interesting dive we were looking into stuff with, but yeah.
Right, because first we're like, why are they having an officer from Post Falls?
That's where we were confused.
That's where we started. Like, that's weird. Then when you looked into who he was and it said Secret Service, we're like, oh, well then. And remember, are you going to get into his background?
A little bit. Yeah, we can get into that too. That way everybody understands who these people are and what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, he was also, Keurig, Roxy. Hey, Creamy, good to see you. He's also part of the board of trustees in Post Bowl. Oh my God, Post Balls. There we go. I think Talbot was there. I'm pretty sure Talbot was there as well. But it is definitely in writing. And another thing, you guys, these documents, as we're going through these documents, they're all handwritten. A lot of it's handwritten, and then there's like a little block of this, and it's all on graph paper too. It's so strange. What looks like graph paper, they did all this writing on graph paper, and then they typed in little blocks here and there, but the rest of it is in handwritten. It's crazy. It's one of the most disorganized, unprofessional things I've ever seen in my life. All of it, all the way down to the fact that Daniels is on the phone with the judge trying to get the warrant activated before they go inside his apartment. And it's like, what the hell are you guys doing? The investigation is a joke. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Every bit of it, guys. And this is just one more piece of this investigation that makes zero sense. None. I'm going to show you guys the paperwork here.
All right. So, Dago, you just keep scrolling down. Because when I revise it, it's just going to add another part to it on the back end of that.
That's
previous question. So you just keep scrolling down.
No problem. Yeah.
So how about here, folks?
Where are we at with? Hold on a minute. I'm trying to find something here real quick. 1 second. One minute. Is somebody just trying to discredit what I said? Or are you just reiterating what I said, Tomboy? It is. It's in Ayers rebuttal, guys. That's where we found that at. And it's on 56 and 69. And it's all in writing. Every bit of it. And handwritten, mind you. It's crazy. And I'm going to show you the documents, guys. I'm not just going to talk about it. I promise you that much. That's the main reason why we question Meany, because first off, they found nothing at the office that could, incriminate Brian. They found nothing in his apartment. They found nothing on this kid at all to incriminate him for the crime, period. They have no proof of anything. Now we're even worse now. We have the wrong car at the wrong time. If you watch Lana's video that Kim showed earlier, it doesn't make any sense unless they time travel. Okay. So all of these things that are being pointed out are realistically bullshit. Sorry to say it like that, but they are.
Yeah, the path of travel of that car was like
it went backwards.
The car goes forward and the time goes backwards.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to say something to you on purpose that is not factual, guys. I'm just saying.
No, I'm scrolling. I don't see any comments like that, but
I was just double checking. I don't want people People have said that I talk out of the side of my mouth, blah, 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 blah. No, I don't. There's media footage too, besides the body cam for BK's apartment. And it shows the CSI, Bill and Ashley, as well as investigators going in and out of the apartment. See?
That's crazy.
Thank you. Thank you, Annie. I wish I could. That's what I was looking for, was the media footage of that, because when you watch the body cam, you don't see Bill and Ashley, nor do I believe you hear them. So again, one more time, short answer on this other situation we were talking about.
And yet they claim they didn't find anything.
Right.
They found nothing. A blood stain on his pillow in bed, which, I mean, come on.
It probably belonged to him.
Yeah.
Because they never came back with anything from that, ever. There was nothing else. So it says when a prosecutor's presence becomes a problem, the prosecutor's presence can violate the Fourth Amendment, okay? If they direct officers to seize items not listed in the warrant, they participate in the search. Their presence is not reasonably necessary to the execution of the warrant. This can lead to suppression of evidence. Bam! Right there is what I'm worried about. I apologize, Kim, if I start to get loud or worked up. This is why I'm irritated, because I'm pissed about this kind of stuff happening. That's what I'm worried about. There's 1-1. What's up, brother? Okay. Pull up nothing half-assed video. She stated it above. Oh, I will. Fancy. No problem then. The docs say it, that Thompson and Ashley did a walkthrough, folks. But that's what I'm saying. This is the reason why I'm bothered by this, because at this point with this case, I don't trust it. Their presence is not reasonably necessary to the execution of the warrant. It can lead to suppression of evidence. If they were to direct officers to seize things that are not listed on the warrant, we don't know what they did. We weren't there. And people have a tendency to turn body cams on and off all the time.
That's what I was going to say. Did they have their body cams on the whole entire time?
That's what I'm talking about. Do you right? Where's Ashley's body cam? Where's Bill's body cam? I'm gonna do a poll. Okay. That's the main point right there that bothers me about this.
Yep.
That is the main point that bothers me about this entire situation. Same with the crime scene, you guys. I'll be dead honest with you. We don't know what they did inside there. You don't need to be there. I'm just saying, you don't need to be there. All right, hold on here.
Definitely not that soon. I mean, I don't know. No one would be questioning it if everything else was on the up and up. That's why
100%, Kim.
I would have never. People can't understand why we're like, you're nitpicking everything. Well, because when we do, we find out that
give us a reason to not nitpick everything.
Yeah, it's not verified. So then we just after so many things, we're like, well, now we don't trust anything. So we are going to look at everything under a magnifying glass.
Just like when Christy was saying, stop looking at the documents, stop looking into the case. Give us a reason to stop doing it. This is why we're doing it, period. All right, guys. So this is a pretty dumb, basic poll. Do we trust Bill Thompson and Ashley Jennings? And the results on this are going to tell you exactly, if I believe what it's going to be, why I'm talking about this today and why I don't. Okay. I'm going to drop 2 other polls too with other separate questions that are going to relate the same way. Although I got to tell you, I'm not the poll master. That's Lee. Lee is the poll master. He proved that the other night. Good God Almighty, he proved that the other night. It was a lot of fun, though.
I can never find the results.
Well, when I hit end, I let it roll till it gets to be about where it should
be.
At the end, okay. It'll pop up in the chat. It should. I think we just need to hold on over to the written stuff.
Over the handwritten stuff. Hold on over the handwritten stuff.
Hold on.
Those are their notes. I mean, that's their work.
You think we should hold on with it then? Is what you're saying?
That's what it sounds like.
Is there things in that I shouldn't be showing? Being that everything was unredacted and nothing was... I'll look at it first. Not yet. I'm going to do it tonight. No typo.
Oh, she said typo.
You mean, was it supposed to say to go on over to the handwritten stuff? Is that what you were trying to say? Because I wondered that at first. No, I'm showing him tonight, Molly. I was waiting until I was on the show again with him so I could show him.
Maybe she means go over the
That's
handwritten stuff.
That's what she meant. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got you. We're going to. I got to run your poll for you. You know, you love your polls, SRB. So, but I think it's important to know that. I'm curious to know how many people in here trust Bill Thompson and the rest of the prosecution team after what we've been through. Okay. It's the entire reason why we're doing this show today. I'm going to show it all exactly the way it was released, unless Idaho wants to pay me $10K.
That's right. That's right, Miss Potts.
Good for you, Annie. Good for you. I gotcha.
I know. I made a comment to Carlos last night about getting something, and I was like, well, for $10,000, you could.
Sure. So the results are up here on this, guys. Do we trust Bill Thompson, Ashley Jennings? 96% said no. 2% said yes, and 2% said I don't care. So there again, 96% of us. That's pretty bad, guys. Okay. That's all I'm saying. It's insane. So this is why we're doing this today, because none of us trust them. None of us trust that they didn't go in there and have somebody do something strange, okay? Or pull something out of the apartment that they never wrote down on their list, or any of that kind of stuff. And I'm sorry to say this. I don't want to be this person. I don't want to think the way that I do, but what choice have they given me? Or any of us for that matter. That's how I see it, guys. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Also, one more time.
Crazy.
Yeah, someone made a good comment. Like, remember when they said, you're going to have to trust us? I feel like everything they said is like come back opposite.
Every time, Kim. Every time.
There's something fishy about this here. It's kind of odd too, because when I first come across it, this seeing how they operate in the court and all that, it was odd, just odd, very odd.
Welcome, Annie, and Annie's link is in chat via Meg right there, guys. Please make sure you subscribe to Annie's channel, as well as Typically Unique. That's up here in the top of the chat somewhere. If not, redrop it again, please, because it probably rolled off. Either way. And this next poll, real quick, guys, this is real simple. Do we believe that evidence could have been suppressed via the prosecutor's office? Yes, no, or I don't know. And if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to answer these, but that's just, it's kind of a way to determine how everybody feels about certain situations. That's why we do that. So, welcome, Miss Annie. Can you hear me okay?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Of course. You sound wonderful. Thank you.
Hello.
Okay, hi, everyone. I have a wicked quick question, and then I have to disappear. But I figured it's easier than me trying to type 12 comments in the chat.
Sure.
Is it true that Jules was going over some of these unsealed documents, and like they got her hit with like a privacy strike or something? Is that true? Or was that all taken?
I didn't hear that.
I was told that, and then I watched. I guess I don't know that it was she was kicked. I think she got a warning. You know how we get those warnings sometimes when we have to take it out?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think happened. That somebody, if it was a general strike, they would have shut her down. But what I think happened was that she may have gotten like a background, YouTube warning, like you can't do this, or this is what's going to happen, or you can't do this, or you won't be monetized, or something like that. That's all I know.
I thought she made a post about some privacy
warning
because they took them down.
Probably
because they took them down.
I'm not going to stop showing it. I'm sorry. I will not show. I'm going to do the best I can to not show people's social security numbers, but that's what I'm protecting. That's it, because I wouldn't want that done to me. Besides that, though, it's not our problem that you put them out that way, though. I'm saying, you know what I mean? They gave them to us that way, and you got
Right.
to know that we're going to download the damn things as soon as you give them to us. Look what happened. Here's the thing, folks. If most of us would not have downloaded or uploaded these, whatever you want to call it, we wouldn't be talking about this stuff. We wouldn't know this stuff. They have not given them back to us yet. So
what do you think what is their reason for taking them down? What was in there? What did they forget to redact?
Everything, Kim. They took nothing out. Everything. If I'm correct, I don't know, Annie, what all you got to see.
Personal information.
There was social security numbers, phone numbers, addresses, names, and there were specifically names of people we weren't supposed to see, which that's what I wanted to see. I don't care about their social security numbers. I don't care about their emails, and I don't care about their addresses and phone numbers. I don't need any of that. I just wanted to know who they were.
Yeah.
That's truly what it was. So they left.
It's interesting to me because when you actually look at the order for the third batch, Hitler makes it abundantly clear which items.
He sure did.
Or he sees no further continuance for sealing, right? And then there's others that he says, okay, no warranted reason to continue sealing the item. However, certain redactions will be done. So if I remember correctly, there was only like a few of these documents where redactions were supposed to happen anyway, out of that batch, you know?
Well, I think they spun it around or something, Annie, because everything was unredacted, and I mean everything.
Right.
So I think if there was only
I just think it's super interesting that they want to charge me $10,000 for photos that don't even depict victims or victims' bedrooms.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But they also are too incompetent. I don't know. These people make me sick. I'm just, I'm going to dip out of here. But, to me, I think the Idaho state taxpayers, they pay these people far too much to be this incompetent. That's just my opinion.
You're absolutely correct. Let me ask you, though, Annie, in your opinion, do you think it was an accident or do you think somebody did this on purpose?
I mean, I think that if someone did do it on purpose, good for them. We need to send them some fucking flowers or something.
Yes, ma'am.
And if it was an accident and it's just typical incompetence, then, they were probably at the unemployment line yesterday morning, first thing, is my guess.
Well, I agree with that. I said that the other day, too. Whether they did it on purpose or accident, they're standing in the unemployment line. They're no longer working there. That's a fact. But I agree with you. If somebody did it on purpose, thank you. God bless. You need a box of chocolates for sure.
I hope there's a mole.
Well, here's what my hope is, you guys.
I hope there's someone in there that knows what's going on.
I think somebody knows something and they're tired of seeing. I think it's possible. Let me say it this way. Mm-hmm. Somebody knows something and they're tired of seeing the bullshit. Okay. Mm-hmm. They're tired of being in the middle of the bullshit because they're part of it because they work for the government. Okay. And they want the truth out there. And if that's what happened, that's possible to me that it could have happened that way. Or like Annie said, it's just another one of the idiots that works there, the incompetent bullshit that they do. And here we are. So it's one of those two things, in my opinion. I'll just say that.
A lot of times, too, in organizations like that, I just know that from my experience in education, it's the communication. So there probably was a correct procedure in place to redact what needed to be redacted. And then there was miscommunication of it actually got done or not. And then someone just clicked the button to release it. That's probably something like that.
Weird because they did perfectly fine with it the first two times. Very clearly, they had no issues redacting everything they did the first two times with the first two releases. And like Annie said, Hitler made it very clear, what was to be and not to be redacted, so on and so forth. And like I said, they did it right the first two times. So this time, there's no excuse, truly, for them not to be able to do it. That's why.
But that would be like his clerk and like the paralegals.
Yeah.
Work, that clerk for Hitler. It would be them handling all that. And I just find it very hard to believe that like Trent Triple and the paralegals that work in that office would just oopsie poopsie release the whole thing unredacted. I find that very difficult to believe. I really do.
And it has to go through multiple steps before it's sent out. Okay, it's not just one person doing this. She's right. The city attorneys that work for Moscow have to look over this. Trent Triple and I can't remember that other woman's name that were in that interview or the hearing at one time. All of these people got to go through this stuff, and it's probably viewed by somebody in the end, I would imagine, before it's even sent out. A finalization or whatever.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, Hitler has his clerk, and then that clerk and Hitler also have paralegals. That read through all the briefs for them, summarize everything. Hitler isn't sitting there reading hundreds of fucking pages himself. That's what the paralegals do.
Right.
And they brief him on what's filed. Right.
So maybe it was Hitler's clerk that was just like, hey, you know what? Piss on this. Here you go. I mean, you got to wonder. That's all I'm saying. It's interesting. I agree with you. It's a very interesting situation. But like I said, other than trying to redact as best as I can people's social security numbers, it's not my fault. It's not my problem. You gave it to us. We uploaded it because this is what we do. And again, we didn't do it. You did. Sorry. This is what we do. So I'll do the best I can to keep people's, social security numbers out of it. But the rest of that, it's not my problem. I'm just saying. So.
Well, and it's not our job. Like, unfortunately, that's why I say these people get paid far too much money to be this incompetent. It's not our job to go through and figure out what was supposed to be redacted and what wasn't so that we can share it in its what should have been redacted form. Do you get what I mean? Like, if you want to pay me $10,000 to go through and redact everything because it's what your employees should have done anyway, you want to pay me the 10 grand to do it, fine. But if you don't want to pay me the 10 grand, then I'm not going to redact any of it.
Agreed. Yeah, because look at everything they've tried to charge everybody. Annie just told you
somebody else already got a salary. Somebody else has already been paid a salary to do those redactions. Nobody's paying me to do it.
That's right. And if they didn't do it, that's their fault, not anybody else's. That's a very true fact. And like I said, with what they're charging everybody for FOIAs and all this other stuff, come on.
Well, that's why I said, Idaho, if you want to give me 10 grand not to share it, that's fine. You quoted me 10,000. So, if you want me not to share any of this stuff, I'm going to need $10,000 so that you can honor my FOIA and I can pay you.
That's what's fair is fair. Amen to that one. There's Krista. Good to see you, Krista.
But yeah, before I go, I was looking into some of the stuff in Idaho too, what their rules are for like prosecutors arriving on crime scenes and stuff.
Right.
Apparently, Idaho's different. Everybody has got to keep that in mind. Idaho's a lot different than a lot of other states. In Idaho, yes, the prosecutor many times will arrive to a crime scene long before the coroner. It is what it is. It happens all the time. It's not unheard of. It isn't the first time. It won't be the last.
See, that's crazy to me too. And because it kind of contradicts some of their other laws. Because what I found was, I'll have to go pull it back up. But thank you for finding that. The thing is that it lists the coroner as being the above all, and they're supposed to go in, claim the scene, take custody of this, that, and then everybody's allowed to go in. That included the prosecutor. Where they contradict themselves. They do it all the time, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But it's still.
Yeah, no, apparently they do have statutes in Idaho that do allow a prosecutor to be at the scene before the coroner's been in. And the problem that it presents, though, is the capacity. What capacity are they at the scene? Are they just observing? Are they just giving guidance to law enforcement on how to execute a search warrant, what they need to get a warrant for? Because that's their capacity. If they're actually walking around the crime scene with the officers directing them what pieces of evidence to take, what to ignore, that's where you start getting into the realm of potential
evidence suppression.
Suppression and or putting yourself in the position as the prosecutor to be labeled as a witness in the case.
Thank you. That's what I don't trust, Annie. That's what my issue is with this entire thing. Whether it's their statute, law, rule, whatever it is, you know what I mean? I don't
remember, like literally a year and a half ago, Lana did a whole live about how she thought and truly believed that Bill Thompson was going to be named as a witness in this case by the defense.
Yep.
Right? Do you remember all that? And then they brought in Jeff Nye and all those people from the AG's office and stuff. There's a part of me that if it wasn't going to be, I think it wasn't Thompson. If you want my honest to God's opinion, I think if they were going to try to get anybody as a witness in the case, it was going to be Jennings. Because Jennings is the one that was doing all of the backdoor AT&T fuckery with Nick Balance and Mowry and the FBI and stuff. That's just what I think.
It makes
and
good
she
sense.
Was at the scene.
Of course. And it makes good sense. That's a good point, Annie. A very good point. This is what I'm saying, you guys. Nobody. No, it's not just me. It's not just Lana or anybody. Nobody trusts them. Knowing that this guy was the one and only number one person in charge of this situation, and that anything that happened in this case had to go through the prosecutor's office and Bill Thompson first. I don't trust him. With what we've seen happen, the man lied. I don't know how many times. There's absolute prosecutorial misconduct that happened throughout this entire thing. Okay. I'm sorry. And this is my opinion, of course, because I don't have any way to prove it wholeheartedly, but I believe that Jennings lied when she stated that she didn't have the AT&T data. I think she's lying. I think she had it, okay, the whole time. This is, again...
Oh, side knows she's lying.
Agreed. So, again, that's based on where I'm getting that from. So, knowing that they would do that and she would sit there blatantly, bold-faced lie and say, I don't have it, Your Honor. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't have it. You know what I mean? I don't trust you. And I'm not going to trust you. I don't trust that there wasn't multiple things. I can envision him walking through the house doing exactly what you just said. Take this, take that. Don't touch this, touch that, touch this, touch that. All of that. I don't trust them.
I just hope it. I would like pass out if we find out it was him directing like Payne to get the sheath.
You ain't lying. You are not lying. I actually visualized that, Annie. I visualized that. I can see it.
I literally wouldn't even doubt it at this point.
I don't at all. And I know that sounds out there, you guys, like who the hell would go through, but look at what we've seen. Look at what we've read, dealt with, watched, talked about. Come on. It's insane.
Well, the only reason I say that too is because we have so many different accounts of who found the sheath and when. And Payne, he was like really about making sure he found I. You know, everything with him is I did it. I did the cast.
Yeah, agreed. And he's standing by the dude's not even tall enough to see over the bed to see it from the door. Come on. I don't believe this. None of this shit. I'm sorry, but I don't. So here in turn, this is why we're having this conversation today. I don't. And when you guys see this, if you haven't seen this document already, I'm sure you've already seen it, Annie, but it's all handwritten. And every now and then there's a block that's typed. It's so out of place. It's written on graph.
Which one is that?
I think it's Avery's rebuttal.
Oh, Ayers.
Or Ayers, and not Avery. Sorry, Ayers. Yes,
Ayers. Yeah, 20 Ayers. Yeah.
Yes, it's insane looking. It looks like something a sixth grader did. But it's mostly all handwritten. I'm gonna pull it up here in a second.
Yeah, I think it's her rebuttal, just using her notes.
Right.
Mostly, yeah, she's relying on her notes in her rebuttal.
Got you. See, there's so many contradictory statements about this stuff. This was what we came up with yesterday. And you just
well, it would also help too if we had the what she is rebutting to, right?
Yeah, you would need to have something like that to make it make sense. Agreed. Because a rebuttal is not a generalized first statement, folks. It comes after something. For those of you that don't know what that means, somebody will say
it's her rebuttal to a defense. Yeah, it's her rebuttal to a defense expert or an expert filing or something that we can't see. She's rebutting to that.
Right.
And it looks like she's relying on most of her notes.
Yeah.
What is she rebutting to? Yeah. What is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we should
something we can't see yet.
So that we'll understand it. But this, again, it goes against what Annie said. Idaho's different. We know they're different with everything, okay? Usually, no, a prosecutor does not personally go into a suspect's home during the first search. Normally, here's how it works in most jurisdictions, except for Idaho, because they're their own planet. Okay, the U.S. and similar systems, the law enforcement officers, police detectives, and agents conduct the initial search. They do so with a search warrant or under recognized legal exception, consent, exigent circumstances, and etc. Officers secure the scene, collect evidence, and document everything. And of course, we already know this, okay? The role of the prosecutor is, because they're not usually present during the first search at the stage, is often more to review the affidavits, approve or help draft search warrants, give legal advice to investigators, and later review the evidence for charging decisions. That's not what he did. They were there that day at 5 p.m. in the afternoon. In the house they went. They showed up for the warrant for Brian Koberger's office in his home. They were there for that too. And these things were just so odd to me, okay? Again, only because I don't trust him. And I know it doesn't matter who I trust. I'm nobody. I get it. But in this case alone, it shouldn't have happened, because look where we're at, okay? Does him being there at both of these situations have anything to do with how this case is sitting? I don't know if that's the answer, but I don't doubt it either, okay? I don't doubt it either, because again, this leads to the possibility of evidence suppression. Guys, look at what we're looking at. Look at what we have looked at. Look at the issues that have happened in this case. Once again, I don't doubt it. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Oh, well. But I'm not.
Yeah, well, when it comes to evidence suppression, in my opinion, I think personally, a reasonable judge, if this had gone before anyone besides Hitler, any judge besides Hitler, an actual reasonable judge who's handled death penalty cases before, and that reasonable judge found out that the tip that led law enforcement to even suspect Mr. Koberger, as they claim, that tip should have been, in my opinion, a reasonable judge would have found it to be fruit of the poisonous tree.
Agreed.
Because the tip that came from the FBI, the only way the FBI got that tip was because they illegally accessed a DNA database they're barred from. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
So, law enforcement's little tip that they got from the FBI, that tip, in my opinion, should have been considered fruit of the poisonous. Everything that came from that tip should have been considered fruit of the poisonous tree, in my opinion, because the tip came via an illegally accessed database by the FBI. Therefore, the FBI tip should have been checked. And anything that flowed from it should have been suppressed. That's just my opinion. And I think part of me thinks that's the angle they were going with, which is why Miss Massif, made it a point to say IGG is the origin. Therefore, the affidavit should be excised. The suppression of the arrest warrant had to do with IGG being the origin. If you illegally accessed a DNA database to get your tip and then provided that tip to law enforcement, everything that flowed from it is fruit of the poisonous tree.
Absolutely. 1,000,000%, Annie. 1,000,000%.
Does that make sense, or do I sound like a crazy person?
No, you're absolutely on point. That's exactly the same thing I think, okay? Because we all know.
And I'm no lawyer, so believe me, the other lawyers that you do know, like custody queens and stuff, there's probably some nuance in there or some legalese that, I don't understand, but
they've been saying the same things, though, Annie. That's the difference. And they're attorneys. Andrew Myers has said the same things. He's an attorney. Yo, she said the same thing. She's an attorney. These are all attorneys that are saying the same things you're saying. Whether you're an attorney or not, you have common sense, Annie. That's a big thing, okay? You have common sense. And
it just never made sense to me that if you're the judge and you are conceding even in your order on IGG, that yes, okay, the FBI may have entered a database they weren't supposed to, and they may have violated some DOJ policy, and they may have violated that DNA database's, rules or whatever, right? Hitler didn't see it as a constitutional violation of the defendant, okay? which, okay, fine, but you should still see it as, well, then that tip and anything that came from it can't be used because you obtained it illegally.
Right. 100%. It's with anything else, guys, okay? If you go to run for the Miss America contest, for whatever the hell that's I can't even think what the hell it's called now, but the Miss America pageant, there you go, pageant. And you end up in the finals because you broke one of the girls' legs or you ripped the makeup off that she couldn't wear or something like that, and you win, you did it illegally. It's the same thing. Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding, the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all
I
the
was
same
just, I was always under the impression that when law enforcement do something in violation of policy or whatever,
it should
to
void.
get what they need to establish their probable cause for an arrest warrant or whatever, it needs to be. I was always under the impression if you don't do it all the right way, it gets tossed. You can't use it.
Every aspect of it, too. That's another thing, Annie. Every aspect. One thing, okay? You did something illegally to access your situation. In turn, void.
Well, and it doesn't help that you have so it helped the defense, in my opinion, too, that, they get Payne on the stand to double down and triple down on this December 19th date is when the tip from the FBI comes in.
Right.
And it's known. The FBI entered two databases.
Yep.
They're barred from to get their tip. So I've just always been of the opinion that if a reasonable judge in a normal court setting that handles death penalty cases on a regular basis would have saw that, and even though that judge may want to run defense for the FBI and maybe they don't want the public knowing that this is what the FBI is doing on the regular, you would still have no other choice than to suppress everything that came from that tip.
Absolutely.
Because they obtained that tip illegally, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, and I don't know shit.
And no, but you do, though, because here we proved it today over at Kim's Typically Unique show this morning. When I pulled up that information about Hitler had never presided over a capital case ever. Never. Didn't do it. Had no experience with it, okay? Therefore, in turn, does not have the line of sight to understand, obviously, what he should be doing in a case like this. Should have never been there. The man said it at the very beginning. They even referenced what he said. I don't want to start this with an untruth and tell you that I'm happy to be here because I'm not. There's bias right there, okay? So on top of this, the man's biased. He's never presided over a capital case. And like Annie just said, if he'd have been a normal judge that should have been on this case, these things wouldn't have happened, in her opinion, and I agree with her. They wouldn't have. This stuff would have been tossed left and right. Guess what?
I mean, I'm just saying, if an average layman, I'm sitting on the bench, I'm the judge, we're in chambers, they're handing in there, telling me this, telling me that. I'm going to raise a bushy fucking eyebrow or two when I find out that the FBI is getting their tips because they're entering databases they're not supposed to be.
They cheated. Yes.
Like, even if I want to help you, FBI, even if I'm on your side, and I don't want the general public knowing you're entering databases you aren't supposed to be to get leads in cases you can't solve. Okay. Okay, fine. I still can't allow any of the evidence obtained from your tip into my courtroom. I can't even allow it to be used because you went and obtained that information a way you're not supposed to, and then provided it to the state for them to use. I can't let them use it in their case either.
Absolutely. And the sad thing is that if that's what they had to if that's what they chose to resort to find their guy,
they had no case.
You should, and if that's the correct person, then it should be easier to find some corroborating evidence. If you have the right person, you should be able, so that, okay, that's not going to be allowed in court, but we have all this other evidence we were now able to find because it led us to the right person, and we can find this, hard evidence that is allowed. And they're not able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. I agree with you. It's wild, isn't it? I've just always been of the, it blows my mind to think that, like, okay, so wait. So they did this whole backdooring of the IGG stuff, the feds say, oh, okay, here, this is just a tip, and you have to say it's just a tip. Okay, well, your tip came.
Don't use it.
I can't use your tip because of how you got it. I can't even say you gave me the tip, bro. You backdoored that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now it explains why they had to run around like chickens with their heads cut off, because it was actually the FBI just backdooring shit left and right and giving it to them as a tip. And then they're running around to cover their ass when it's time to go to the grand jury. Right? I mean, I hate to say it, but like even Massif is talking about the federal subpoenas. You have warrants that law enforcement did, but then you also have these subpoenas that were done by feds.
Right.
Long before law enforcement is doing their warrants, feds are already getting subpoenas.
Yep. And again, like I just lost my train of thought. Jesus, sorry. Keep going. I'll catch it. So much going through my head at one time. Lucy said, though, real quick, they uploaded the crime scene profile as a consumer. No database allows that, even law enforcement searchable ones. That's, again, another great point. Bingo. There it is.
Well, that's why the DNA in this has always bugged me, the sheep DNA specifically.
Yes.
Because it's because of what you had to do with it.
To get to that point, right.
And right. And like the way that they're trying to say that, like, oh, well, see, it's okay that we went into this database, even though like we weren't supposed to, right? We went into this database. We found out this information we weren't supposed to find out. They claim, no, there's no biomedical information that we could learn from that. When in actuality, Othram and the work that they do absolutely contradicts that statement.
Yes, ma'am.
They can absolutely derive biomedical data from a profile they're working with to discern whether or not their potential suspect may have a prevalence for cancer, some kind of genetic disease. They're looking for like genetic disease markers of suspects trust and believe. Because it's a lot easier to narrow down your suspect when you're looking at genetic disease markers.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So then they think they have their guy, and then they turn to that car, and now they're not even able to produce all the video that they're saying shows him going from point A to point B. Like stuff's missing.
Because it's not the same car.
Like the car just magically appears in different spots and times are off. And so now, okay, it's looking like, you definitely can't say it's his car for sure.
No, right.
So now what do you have?
There is nothing. That's the problem, Kim.
Nothing. And then you have a judge who didn't allow any of the motions for the defense to get in there to try to combat any of this.
Exactly.
And then people wonder why he took a plea deal.
They backed him into a corner. He had nothing else to go with because they weren't allowing it at all.
Not giving him the information he needed to combat the car.
Nope. Or any of it.
Not getting, there's also documents where they were still requesting some of the DNA stuff that they wanted to see, the reports.
Mm-hmm. Number 24, I believe, wasn't it?
I don't remember the number.
I know she got it, but it was after the fact. But
so people say, why not go to trial? Well, you need to go to trial with the evidence that you need to prove your innocence.
Because if they were going to go to trial with all of this that she wasn't able to fight, what were they going to do?
Yeah.
They were going to lose. Even though he didn't have a case, okay? even though the state had no case against him. She knew, in my opinion, they were going to lose because they weren't allowed to fight these things. They weren't given the option to do it. These things were all buried and covered up and quieted down. The whole thing with Cyree. They didn't allow him. He was sitting there the day that Hitler shut him down on Zoom, ready to go, and they wouldn't let him say a damn word. Not one word.
Well, that's also why Jeff Nye, too, even admitted in open court to Hitler that it would absolutely burden the state if right, the court were to take into consideration, if the court were to toss out like everything to do with that IgG stuff that they did in the backdooring of the DNA, it would heavily burden the state if that was gone, because what else do they have left? Like Jeff Nye even admitted it's a largely circumstantial case.
Right, and Hitler wasn't going to allow the state to be burdened now, would he? Come on.
Right.
Joke. What a joke. There's people's jobs at stake here, guys. Come on. Not the fact that there's a man's life at stake here. I mean,
and I've always wondered, because there's so many cases out there where eventually this hidden evidence gets found out. It gets found out eventually.
Right.
My question is why do they hide it and keep it around to be discovered later? Why aren't they just destroying it? Is it like the consequences for that so much greater that they keep it hidden, and then they can just say, oh, we didn't realize that was there, or they have like some kind of excuse that they can use.
If it's found out that they destroyed evidence, they can go to prison for that. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, I agree that that's part of it, but.
And my point being that hopefully this stuff is still there somewhere.
Oh, if it is, it's buried deep. I'll tell you that much. It's buried pretty deep. At least I believe it is. Where did she go? Sorry, guys. I'm just looking for something here. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I love you guys. I hope you have an awesome night. I got to go anyway.
All right, dear. Thank you for joining us. It's always happy to have you here. Thank you so very much.
Bye, Miss Pats.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for your input. 100%. So, yeah. Very good points, guys. Very good points. Thank you, SRB. Guys, make sure to sign this petition if you have not yet done it. Wonders Deep. Wonderful to see you. Thank you for being here. And great to see you, Miss Krista. Hope you're feeling better. If I find yours, that means I'll find mine, Meg, because I hate this case as much as you do. So if I find mine and I find yours, I'll give them to you. I promise. 858 signatures, guys. We're almost to 1,000. Let's sign this petition, please.
Who said it's 79 degrees where they're at? Oh,
yeah,
so jealous.
It's 44 here.
Yeah, which is warm for us this time of year.
It is warm. All my snow melted, but
now it's raining.
It's coming right back. Yes, very close, guys.
It's a nice, pretty day here.
It's always nice where you're at.
I wouldn't say so. I think we got some bipolar weather that comes through every now and then. We don't know what we want to do.
Well, we have that too, but all right. I'm trying to find this part in this document where we were at last night. Just give me a minute, guys.
And I'm going to be in and out
okay,
for a while because this is getting dinner ready time for me.
Oh, you're good. Whenever you got to do.
I'll put my camera on when I'm here.
No problem. No problem.
I had it.
What are you making for dinner tonight, Miss Kim?
A pork roast in a Dutch oven that I've never done before. So
we've had them before. That's very good.
See how it turns out.
Yes, very good. It'll be very good. I can almost guarantee you. My wife makes that often, actually. Dutch ovens are nice. We have two of them.
Yeah, I've never had one before.
Very good stuff. Is it a pre-marinated one?
No. Nope. I seasoned it up myself.
There you go. There you go. What's up, Fiji? Karaz, good to see you guys today. Foxy Rose in the house. Good to see you as well. Inside your bones, welcome to you.
107.
Where the hell is she at?
I'm in the wrong place.
Where are you at? Arizona? Or Hawaii or somewhere? Like, they're even colder. Pork chops and applesauce. That sounds good. Kathleen Bell. Hello to you and welcome.
Look at that comment. Where's that? Where'd it go? Creamy Row?
Creamy Row.
Was there really a Moscow motel billing statement in the Eugene car, Elantra?
Where?
How would we know that? Because they didn't do anything with the car.
Right. And where did you see that at, Creamy? If you let me know where you saw it, because I want to see it if it's real. For sure. Oh, she's in Australia, Victoria, of course. It's
oh, they're opposite, so they're summertime.
It's summertime over there right now, right?
You're allowed.
Yes. Yeah, because I remember talking to my friend in Australia talking about how it was hot, and they were like, they go by Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Like talking about it was 38, or well, no, it was 74 degrees Celsius, and I was like, wait, and I had to look it up. I'm like, oh, that's cold. What the hell? And that's when I realized we were opposite. So yeah.
Yeah.
I just listened to Zantankwix. Hello and welcome from Megan Kelly. Oh, sorry. Megan's a bit harsh to hear. I know. You're good, Krista. Not pregnant noodles, Parmesan noodles. What the hell? What are you talking about over here, kid? Breaded noodles.
Megan Kelly got smacked down when she started questioning the roommates. Because she started speaking out. Wasn't that her?
Yeah, I think she did. I think she was told to shut it down.
Yeah.
Captured by a citizen journalist on site with camera. Visited there twice. Shared on to. Oh, really? I never heard that before. Interesting. I'll have to go looking into that, see if we can find it. That'd be interesting to find that a Moscow hotel receipt was found inside that car. Truly, I want to see that if that's there. I am not talking about my voice being harsh like that. You're good. We love you, Meg. Okay. Hey, Kent, good to see you, friend. SRB, if you can find him, SRB, find me one so I can see it, just to see what it looks like. Okay, start noticing this stuff, you guys. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is handwritten, and it's so. Where are you at, Tomboy? What do you remember? What page that stuff started on? You were finding. This is the crime scene stuff. So hang on. We went through this the other day, but I never got to keep going. The Liz Q captures we covered. It's in here. Oh, here we go. This is see how this is all handwritten, and it's written on like what looks like flipping graph paper. But anyway, this is still the crime scene. Hold on. And I was also asked to, and I will do this. Nothing half-assed has a video up that I will run that as well. Where did Tomboy go? She was in here. Yeah, this is the stuff I was reading you the other day that I was questioning how when they stated they moved the bed and there was blood stains they never tested. That kind of bothered me. Hold on. Oh, Miss Girl, hey. She said she meant to say that the new video today that Megan put out about Brian's sister's interview was a total hit piece. I'm sure it was. Not really. I don't really have one wonders. A little bit, but not much. Because I can't stop thinking about it, even though I hate this case. All right, hang on here. I guess Tomboy's not in here. What is it, Sarah? There's a new doc. Let's see. Let's see. Did they actually drop one, huh? Interesting. Interesting. What do we have? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I don't see it yet. Is it not in here maybe, or? Welcome, Essie. Welcome, Gracefully Salty. Good to see you. Hold on a minute. Order sealing state supplemental motion to reconsider unsealing of certain records. Oh. I didn't see it in there. I must have missed it then. That's awesome, D-Dog. All right, guys, I'm still trying to find this portion of this. Just 1 minute. Because they'd have to explain it. Good point, Christine. This is all based off of notes. And was never typed up professionally. It's ridiculous. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. This is Brian's. Wait. I think this is his apartment. Okay. Give me 1 minute. Be right with you guys. I'm going to read this to you, and I want you guys to focus when I read this on what I say and how it's written in here. It's interesting. Excuse me. Let me grab another cup of coffee, and we will get started. That way I'm able to read without breaking up. 1 second. Be right with you. Welcome, Sean Bachman. Are you still here, Hemi?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're welcome to talk with them real quick while I'm getting my coffee, and I'll be right back.
But Dago, I ain't got nothing to say.
Well, that's all right. That's all good. You don't have to. I was just saying.
Oh, man. I got some news. I got 2 parakeets in there. I found what's that, about 4 or 5 eggs in their cage. I was walking the dog yesterday and I come across some dead bird nests that fell and when I put it in their cage, and I'm hearing them in their room over there, and they're communicating. I just don't know when, or actually when the first egg was laid. I was shocked when I found it. It's like, wow, okay. I wasn't crying. No, I wasn't. Yeah, we got 3 pair. Well, we started out with 3, and then one of them died. So we didn't. I didn't even know we had a male or female. But yeah, well, I'm finding one of them that's in the bottom of the. He's always on the bottom of the damn cage, right up underneath his food bowl, and that's where he's been hanging out. So I guess she's steady dropping legs. Hello, Amanda.
All right. Sorry about that, everybody. I just didn't want to start reading and then have my voice go out. So the copy keeps it active. I just in good shape. I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
This
Okay.
is the only panel that I go to, uh, basically because Dago hadn't got tired of me yet. But anyway, I've been on other panels as well, but this is my home panel here.
Right. Gotcha. Well, we appreciate you. And Lucy, really. Laugh out loud. Still thinking about how Bill Thompson is the only person in this case that's seen in a jumpsuit, 70s jean jumpsuit. Where did you see that? I want to see that. That is hilarious. All right, guys. On December 30th of 22. Now, this is also, remember something, folks. This is the same day Brian was arrested. Okay. Again, guys, the link is pinned to the top of the chat if anybody wants to join us up here. Miss Kim is here. She's bouncing back and forth. Hemisphere, you're welcome to join us. I promise we don't stink. And you're welcome to join us up here to voice your feelings and opinions at any point too. And Krista, if you're in here, don't go nowhere because if you can, because I got something to give you. I have a couple gifts for you.
But Dago, I'm already here.
I know you're here. Did you know, Dago? Did you know Dylan had blood on her light switch? Sorry, I can't. I did hear that. You're right. Don't worry about that, false star. You're fine. I just now saw it. So thank you. Yeah, I did know that, which is interesting, isn't it? Who touched her light switch that had blood on their hands and turned her light on? Was it her? Good question. Interesting. So he was interviewed walking down Queen in a jean jumpsuit. Are you serious? Oh God, Bill. Wow, what a mess. SRB, if you're here, hon, can you drop the link for the petition again? Somebody's asking for it, please. So again, December 30th of 22. This is the same day Brian was arrested in Pennsylvania at approximately, this is different times, but same day. At approximately 07:05 Pacific Standard Time, forensic scientist FS Haley Youngland, Jenny Ayers, and I responded to 1630 Northeast Valley Road, G201, Pullman, Washington, to assist in a homicide investigation. Jeffrey Talbot with Idaho State Police District 2 and Dustin Blaker, the actual lead investigator from Moscow, Dustin Blaker, arrived to the residence with us. Deputy Chief Don Daniels with Washington State University Police Department, WSUPD, was present upon our arrival. See, I was always under the understanding that Don worked for Pullman, but I guess not. I learned difference on that last night. The scene was not secured at this time, and the temperature was approximately 33 degrees Fahrenheit. Weather was snowy and wet. Northeast Valley Road, G201 is a beige 6+ apartment building with maroon brown color G on the exterior. And the apartment G201 is on the second floor on the east side of the building. This is Brian Koberger's apartment number. It says the entryway to apartment G201 is directly east of the staircase. I'm sorry. The interior of the apartment G201 was well kept, sparsely furnished, and there are 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom with a separate water closet, a living room, and a kitchen. The entryway door enters to the living room. The living room was furnished with a 2-seat sofa. On the east wall, there was a coffee table and a rug in front of the sofa, and on the west wall, there was a television stand with a television and various books on the interior shelving. In the southwest corner of the living room, there was a disconnected air conditioning type unit, and south wall of the living room was a door that opens to the exterior patio. To the north of the television stand, there was a table with 1 lamp powered off, and on the north wall of the living room, there is a closet. East of the closet, on the north side of the apartment, are 2 bedrooms, 1 on the west side and 1 on the east side. The northwest bedroom was unfurnished and was locked prior to entry. There are 2 empty 2-door closets located at the west wall. The door to the northeast bedroom is on the northwest corner of the room, and along the west wall was a table that contains a computer tower and electronics. A bed was against the north wall. The east wall contained 2-door closets. 2 2-door closets. To the south of the closet, there was a stool with folded white towels, a small white trash bin, and a white laundry basket. The bathroom is located to the south of the northeast bedroom. The kitchen is located to the south of the bathroom. There is a fridge in the northwest corner of the kitchen, and to the east of the fridge is a sink. The stove and oven was on the east wall. There were various kitchen appliances on the corner, including a dish rack, an electric can opener, a microwave, coffee makers, and bean grinder. The kitchen cabinets contained various food items, dishes, cooking utensils, pots, and pans. And on the south wall of the kitchen, there was a table with shelving and 1 stool. I photographed the exterior and interior of the apartment for overall location and identification and condition. Field Service Agent Ayers captured images using the Liz Q imaging system. Ayers performed presumptive tests of the presence of blood, 51 areas inside the apartment. Now, this is the notes and the description as to how they approached this when they went inside the apartment. So, give me 1 minute here. And Mike's not a cop. Sorry. That's funny, though. That would be hilarious.
Did they find a bookshelf that opened up as a door and he has a layer or some kind of a shrine or something with four victims' pictures up there? No CSI tapes or anything? I throw that out there.
That's funny, though. That is funny.
Yeah, we got a dartboard that has one of the victims, like Kaylee or somebody, who's throwing darts.
Right, the way they explained him, you would imagine. All right, hold on a minute. Oh, real quick, Jane Bosch. Welcome, Jane. Good to see you today. She gifted 5 memberships here. Hold on. Looks like they went to RJ Anderson, Amanda 20019, Vivian P, Bunny Murphy, and Kane B's the Purge. Congrats, guys. Welcome to the sauce. Some new meatballs in the house. And thank you so much, Jane. God bless. It's very generous of you and very, very sweet. Yeah, Mike is definitely not a cop, you guys. That's insane. That would be too funny, you guys. We got 2 other officers in here usually, though. One is a New York City police officer, and Senior Wazowski is a retired Philadelphia City police officer. So be it. All right, guys. Mike's just a meatball. Forget about it.
I love it.
All right, guys. 1 minute.
Did he have any jet model airplanes? Any books or any library kind of thing or anything? I want to know. Maybe a novel on Ted Bundy.
Say that one more time.
I was asking you, Dago. Did he? Where's the shrine at?
Yeah, I know. Right.
Did he have any books on Bundy? Oh, the Green River Killer.
Well, if he did, I wouldn't be surprised, being that he was a criminologist student. So, criminology student. 1 minute.
He was in tune with what's going on in the news, you know.
Yeah. All right. So first thing I'm going to show you guys is the news footage of the warrant being served at Brian's apartment. Okay. We're going to go through that one first, real fast. It's nothing huge or anything. So hold on here. And I just want you to keep your eyes peeled and see who you see here, if you do.
I'm actually just from a very rural area, so we don't have crosswalks.
Oh.
Unless I visit an area where there are crosswalks.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I do apologize if I was asking any questions about the law. I wasn't trying to
No, not at all. Like, I understand you're not from here.
That is Brian Koberger, the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in the early morning hours of November 13th, talking his way out of a traffic ticket.
Talking his way out of a traffic ticket. Yeah, are you serious? Even the local channels are talking down about him. That's not what he was doing. He was asking what the law was. These people make me sick. Literally make me sick, you guys. Talking his way out of a traffic ticket. Unbelievable. I sort of get why Dago has an issue with Bill being at BK's Washington apartment, but I have a bigger issue with Idaho State Forensic Lab being there doing the search. Well, that's a bigger problem, Lucy, of course. Yeah. Much bigger issue. Yes. 100%, Lucy.
He was awkward and didn't know how to talk to females. It seemed like he was talking very, very, very
very well to me. That's how I see it. He actually was. He might have been a little bit different, but he's also been diagnosed, guys. But my son's the same way. This is why it pisses me off so much when people attack him. They say he's weird and say that he's this and he's that. First off, he's fucking intelligent as all hell. He is on the spectrum. That doesn't mean he's weird. He's different in some ways. That's all it is. That's all it is. And that is exactly part of the reason why this man's sitting in prison, because he's different. That means he's a killer.
I'm just saying, I mean, criminology student, he has aspirations to kill folks. He wants to be learning about serial killers. You know, I just want to make sure he had the library and the whole 9 yards in his apartment.
This dude is not. See, I think some people are pissed because they're not as smart as he is. It's a joke. It fucking blows my mind. The people that attack him and call him out because of this, he's ugly, he's this, he's that. He's better looking most of the people that say he's ugly. He's not a bad looking dude, and I'm a guy, okay? And he's smarter than all hell. But because he's a little bit different and is a little bit sideways on how to talk to people sometimes and maybe uncomfortable in certain situations because he's on the spectrum. God, I'm sick of this shit. I truly am. Excuse me, folks. I can't stand the way that these people do this. And now talking his way out of a ticket. Really? He's asking what the law was. That's all he's doing because he was unfamiliar with it. It's insane.
1 month earlier, Koberger was stopped by a Washington State police officer in Pullman for running a red light while driving the same car seen near the victim's apartment in Moscow and recovered from his parents' home in Pennsylvania after, or I should say, 2 months later. Welcome to the News at 10. I'm Brian Holmes, and this body cam video released today was previously only seen by investigators looking into the murders of those 4 U of I students. Koberger is awaiting trial in Moscow, facing 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of burglary for those deaths. But that wasn't the only body cam video unveiled today. Abby Davis is here to break down the other video recorded after Koberger was arrested while police officers went to search his apartment in Pullman. I understand, Abby, a lot of the video has been redacted, but what does it show us?
Well, Brian, we now know that police searched a storage unit right by Koberger's apartment. Remember, Koberger was a graduate student studying criminology. This new video and audio shed some light into the evidence collected for the case.
Police department search warrant, come to the door.
On December 30th, 2022, Washington State University police searched 28-year-old Brian Koberger's campus apartment.
Police department, show yourself.
The search happened just hours after Koberger was arrested at his parents' house in Pennsylvania.
They knew he wasn't there either, just so you guys know. They knew he wasn't there.
Police sent KTVB body camera video of the search Thursday. Koberger is accused of murdering University of Idaho students Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonzalez. The 4 were stabbed to death early in the morning, November 13th. A lot of the video is redacted, so you can't see what WSU police found inside the apartment. But Assistant Chief Don Daniels
Isn't that convenient that it's all, so much of it's redacted that you can't see? See, that should be unsealed too. You can't see what they did inside that apartment, folks. That is my biggest problem here, period.
Described finding a lock and keys during a phone conversation with Whitman County Judge Gary Leiby.
We found a padlock, round in shape, in the living room closet. Based on my training experience, I recognize the padlock to be the shape of locks typically used on storage units.
Daniel said one of the keys matched the padlock. That padlock led to the discovery of Koberger's storage unit right by his apartment.
The storage door is not locked, and the door is slightly ajar. I believe the storage unit or closet was likely used by Koberger to store the items and likely access between the time of the murders and his travel to Pennsylvania, where he was later arrested.
To store the items that they never found, that they have no clue that he even was there to use. See how they word everything, you guys? It's a joke.
During the call, Daniels listed pieces of evidence she believed could be in the storage unit.
Number 1 is blood or other bodily fluid or human tissue or skin cells or items with blood or other bodily or human tissue or skin cells on the items.
The judge then granted police a search warrant.
Okay, the court hereby finds there is probable cause to search the aforesaid described storage unit.
Here's a list of evidence taken from police searches that day. The list includes various household items, a glove, receipts, hair, and stained reddish-brown fabric. It's unclear whether any of the items were found in the storage unit. Koberger's preliminary hearing is set for June.
Nothing was found in the storage unit, just so you guys know, nothing. So that doesn't show Thompson and Jennings having their dumbasses there, but nothing was found there, just so everybody knows that, okay? She was wrong. She made an assumption, which she shouldn't have done, but whatever. That's how they do this, and there was nothing there. And you notice how in grisly detail they put on there that they expect to find human tissue and blood and things like that within this storage closet. There's nothing there. Nothing at all. It's insane. So anyway, that's just some news coverage on that. I thought maybe we'd see Thompson there, which was the whole reason why I did it. So give me 1 second here. I have to find this stuff. It's been so long since I've been on this part of it.
It's so maddening, frustrating, all at the same time.
Agreed.
They go to this extreme. Wow. Makes me want to know who actually did it.
Yeah, well, they sure as hell ran enough propaganda on this. That's for damn sure. No problem, Kim. That's right. If they found something, we wouldn't be here right now. Very good point, Moonlit. Hey, Molly. Right. Exactly, CZ. She said the key was still there. The storage unit wasn't even locked. If he was hiding something, I wouldn't think the door would be locked and he would have. Right. Thank you. Thank you.
They were expecting to find. That's why I was jokingly talking about the shrine. Okay, that's
Yeah.
where all these serial killers have trophies.
Exactly.
And they put their trophies in the shrine. Come on, man.
All right. So this is Lana. Lana had put the body cam out. I can't find mine. So here it is.
Police department search warrant. Come to the door. Police department search warrant. Come to the door. One more.
Hey, man, you on camera. Make it look good now.
Police department search warrant. Come to the door. Open the door and do an announcement. Police department, show yourself. We have a search warrant for the building. Police department, show yourself. You're good, dude. Go back inside. Yep. No lights. Flashlight.
See, Judge, we got it on video. We didn't even kick the door down.
The Tree Girl House. Thank you very much. Again, this is they are allowed to redact stuff, so there is stuff redacted. According to
redacted most of it, all of it.
Number it's listed as number 53. This is body cam footage privacy, RCW 42.56.240. Body worn camera recordings to the extent non-disclosure is essential for the protection of any person's right to privacy, as described in RCW 42.56.050. So there are times that stuff gets blacked out. Again, I have no idea. I'm watching it for the first time with you guys. But this, they sent over while this is happening. I also printed off all of the metadata behind each body cam. So the metadata associated with each body cam. There's a body cam worn by Kelly Stewart. There was body cam worn by Dylan Tiedemann Muller and Joe Kirshner. Now, I did catch a glimpse, and there are Idaho police officers here. So I'm curious if they were cammed up as well.
Talbot, the bedroom door is locked. He wants to boot it.
So we got WSUPD. We have Talbot. According to the paperwork, we have Bill Thompson and Ashley Jennings in this somewhere here. Okay. Moscow PD somewhere around here too. So, like Lana said, are they cammed up too? They should be.
Right there, we heard the bedroom doors locked. Do you want us to boot it, like kick it in?
Really makes you
Again,
wonder
this
why
is, they started this at, let's see, 12:31 at 11:54. And then it would go.
I mean, it really makes you wonder why they redacted so much of it. If they did
12:30, 12:31. It was generated 12. So 12:30. Yeah. So December 30th. Again, they have the right to redact stuff. They have the right to do things like this. There are parts that come in and out from what I was.
Nope, I didn't, but I will look at that Amethyst just so I can swear at her.
Reading.
Exactly, Wonder.
Again, if you can't hear anything, it's because they have this muted. Obviously, the copy that Ian had.
Muted and redacted.
You ain't got nothing hiding. This is 100% your guy. Why are you redacting everything? We're planting evidence over here, as far as we know. What a shit show, Dago.
Joke.
Huh? Yeah. And we didn't boot it because the keys actually worked. What? Oh, sweet. Oh, it's locked because there's only one on here. I'll talk later. Yeah. And I'm still recording.
See, she doesn't want to talk on camera either. What does that tell you?
I'm just gonna read the line. Well, I'll go inside. Yeah. So we've got
That looks like the same guy that we saw last night on Birdie that had on the black jacket with the sheriff's badge around his neck. At least remember the badge they were trying to figure out last night over there. Him and Lee. That looks like the same guy in the face. Pretty sure that's Blaker right there with the bald head.
Yep.
Is that Talbot, Lucy? I didn't know. Okay, that's Talbot, and that's Blaker next to him.
I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough, see what we can see. Are there lights on in there?
There are some. Yeah. We can turn them all on. You want a copy of the warrant just so you can read it?
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Hands in pockets, walk around.
Hands in pockets when you walk around.
Hands in pockets when you walk around. If you believe they did that. Who are we talking about, PG? I won't play her stuff. I'm sorry. I apologize. I won't. My apologies.
Very sparse. Yes.
Nothing with you, Fiji. I appreciate it, but I can't. I won't do it. This is when they served the warrant on Brian Koberger's apartment.
Oh. I didn't know we had that.
He was told he could do a treat here. And then once he's packed in, he's going to work. Correct. So that he can triage all that stuff here. Yeah. Yeah. The technical
That's Lawrence Talbot. The one with the hat
Okay,
on.
so right here, this is what I was saying. There are so the Idaho cops are obviously there. This is their case. So I'm curious if they're wearing body cam. I don't know. I'm trying to get my hands on the reports to see what Idaho officers were there.
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd I say? Jeff Talbot. Sorry about that. I said Lauren. I was thinking of Maury.
Okay, so listen to what they're saying. We're going to do a walkthrough video, pictures.
Whenever you want to do it, so I'll just follow behind.
I have a feeling that's the guy. That's one of the people from the ISP forensic team. That's what I'm gathering.
That looks like the guy that put his booties and stuff on, doesn't it? At the crime scene, and then when nobody else did but him. I think that looks like the guy.
Look at this amazing footage. Do you guys see the elephant right there? Do you see the giraffe over to the left? Oh, look at the pretty little birds now. Oh, wait, can you see now? See all the fluffy clouds? Oh, wait. There's Jesus. Have you guys ever seen that movie? The Sweetest Thing? Look. It's Jesus. She gets the girl to turn around in church. Oh, God, look. It's Jesus. I don't know if this is how they're choosing to redact it, or if somebody did not take the top.
Are you up here, Krista? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
There you go. Welcome.
Okay. Welcome. Or welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome. Sorry, I snuck in late. I was trying to go in the back, so nobody could see me.
That's okay.
Oh, Lord.
They're, the lens top cover. Yeah. So I'm curious if this is, if we need to start paying more taxes in that area.
That's a good point. Too fast. Hands in your pockets, the easiest way to contaminate a crime scene. When you take your hands out of to drag out pocket lint that your clothes dryer deposited from all other clothes in it. Wow. Good point. Very good point.
Area to get better equipped cam. But again, guys, this is I don't know if this is how they're choosing to redact or if this is the footage. Yeah.
No, they have it.
But we did hear that, hey, when you walk around, make sure your hands are in your pockets. So learn that little tidbit. So if there's anybody that's walking around, you don't see them with their hands in their pockets. scold them.
Maybe planting a sheath or something.
Who knows?
Never know. Right?
Wait, what are we talking about over here with Ashley Banfield?
And then maybe she stepped down because of all the lies she had to tell. You know what I mean? Like maybe she finally realized that I
Yes,
can't
again,
sit here and lie like this.
according
Like they want me to.
Did she step down? Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of the statement she was making about hoping that Brian would get shivved in prison and stuff like that. Good.
Yep. Inciting violence.
I wish she'd have gotten fired. Piece of trash that she is. Good. Thank Jesus.
I wonder if she's
Kenzo,
looking for
welcome.
morals. She lost no integrity.
Right, exactly. Krista, Cocaine's in the
Well-
house. Tensalist, welcome. Eva is in the house. Hello, dear. Good to see you. Good.
When
good,
did that
good.
happen?
I didn't even know it happened.
Like last week, I think, or like the week before.
Oh wow.
Because she wants to work on her podcast. Oh, because she can say even trashier things on her podcast. That's why. She's a joke. She's trash.
RCW 42.56.240 body cam footage privacy. Body worn camera recordings to the extent non
Lana is definitely not translucent, folks. I promise you that. Welcome, Tomboy.
is essential for the protection of any person's right to privacy as described in RCW 42.56.050. So there are some redactions. But yeah.
Through this whole thing, they have it muted and redacted.
But good thing I got my hands on. I think
This is redacted. I thought they just
on body cam
were not
So we'll check
doing
that out.
I don't know, just horrible body cam footage. I thought maybe they were just looking at a wall and forgot to turn around or something.
No, they have the camera. They're redacting it on purpose, which is a joke to me.
Especially if this is like your main suspect. Like don't you want us to see your evidence?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you didn't find. They can't even freaking frame him right.
Mm-hmm.
That's it right there. If you're so sure that this is the guy, then why all the secrecy?
Yep.
And then we have to listen to Brain Dead Gonzalez is over there talking about, yeah, right. Y'all need to get your head examined thinking that he's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same damn people that you sit there and cuss out all the damn time.
Mm-hmm. She's got me so freaking pissed off, Christy. Oh, man.
Make it make goddamn sense, man. It don't.
Not in this reality. People don't just do it. That one person just doesn't do that. I'll give him Brian, right? Say we give him Brian, but Brian wasn't alone then, or said one. So it's like whoever it wasn't alone. So if anybody thinks that, it's ridiculous. Like it's just not physically possible for him to do everything they said he did, and the amount of time they said he did it in. It's just bottom line. It's fucking ridiculous. And she's ridiculous, and it's offensive. The shit that she says, and I feel bad. Like I try to give them grace, but it's really fucking offensive. She doesn't understand. Like we've done the work for them. Like be grateful.
Listen, and it was said yesterday, you can give grace as we should, okay?
We tried.
But only to some extent, because at the same time they're taking that away themselves. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Just saying.
It's just not. It's not. She has the wrong idea of what people do here. She thinks we're right. I don't know what she thinks. That this is not like, you don't get paid a lot of money, but you do it because you care, and that's the fucking bottom line. And it's just so goddamn offensive to the people that actually put their own money out to find out what the fuck is going on for you, for your kid. Because I feel like I feel like she's my sister. You know what I mean? I just feel like I think about my family and my little sister screaming for help, and this bitch doesn't fucking call 911. I'm sorry, I'm cursing. I'll stop.
Okay, no problem.
Like I think about it. Like, what if that was your sister, your daughter, like screaming for help, and they do nothing? And they're pissed at us. Get the fuck out of here.
And they're having their back to the whole thing. Agreed.
They're like mad at us for like critical thinking to help maybe get the rest of the people that did this. If you want to give us, we'll give you Brian, right? We'll grace you with that. But like, or whoever. But the person wasn't alone. Let's be real. Sorry.
No problem. On we go.
That'll probably be next week.
I thought yesterday's show was epic.
Right. I'm coaching a big 7-year-old soccer tournament this Saturday. I'm setting up a lemonade stand. I'm totally kidding about the lemonade stand. Every kid's getting a playbook with binders. Oh, yeah. I got 11 kids. All of them are getting binders.
I don't want you guys to be disappointed. You're not going to see much here, guys. I'm just trying to prove a point, if it's possible.
These parents are going to be like, oh, my God, what did we sign up for? I'm like, oh, if you want your kid to be an all-star, maybe. This is All-American Ave. Trust me,
So
we
if
work
this
hard, we
thing is
party hard,
covered
come
the
on over
entire
afterwards,
time,
get all the
why the
chicken
fuck
and
did they
protein you
release
could have.
this?
What'd you say, Tomboy?
Exactly.
If this camera is covered the entire time, why the fuck did they release this?
No idea. No
To
idea.
control the narrative.
Playing in
That's
our
why.
faces. Playing in our faces again.
And
Like
again,
Mama
you
said.
know, who you don't see here,
The
we don't even
giraffe.
see their
You know
faces.
they're laughing their asses off at us.
Of course. Welcome back, Kim.
Thanks. Sorry about that.
No, don't apologize, please. But what in who you don't see here is the prosecutor and Trashley Jennings, okay?
Well, of course not.
But it's in the paperwork, so you guys know.
That's probably some camera shoved up one of them officers' asses for all we know.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like it a little bit.
You got some folks like the Gonzalez is saying, see, they're doing a great job over there. See, they got everything hidden. We trust our law enforcement over here in Idaho.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand that too, Mama Kins. I do. I would struggle with it too.
Like 3 years, and they don't. By now, they haven't like realized that this fucking one main perp story ain't fucking it. Like you're like 3 years later, like we gave them grace, right? Because I felt bad for them for so long because they were manipulated. But it's time to like literally open your eyes and realize that like we're not the fucking problem. Like you're so mad. Why are they so mad at us? Like what are we doing besides pulling the truth out and trying to figure out what's going on and spending hours and hours and hours and hours and hours talking about it to figure out like maybe something something else happened here, and like you have your eyes closed, but then you're so fucking mad at us. Like the fuck. We're doing the work. They don't have to do anything. I get it. You're exhausted. You don't want to look at all this stuff. Well, we already did it. So just back us. Let us like get behind us and look at the power we could have. You know what I mean? If we had two of those families, which I think it would be Xana's family, and behind people like us, and then just like go gunning for the truth. And I don't know. I just feel like, what the fuck is the problem? Like,
yeah, what were you doing?
Crazy.
Oh, yeah, she went to the store.
How do you trust what you can't see?
Right? What is this right here? Like
this is my point. This is the body cam that when they searched Brian's apartment, that we're supposed to just trust in them, that they did nothing wrong. Bill Thompson's here, Ashley Jennings is here, that there was no directing any of that on what to grab or to touch or not touch or to do or not do. I just trust you, Bill. No problem.
It's to the point of delusion, of the point of being delusional, to think it's possible that this like he picked the house with all the people and all the lights and all the cars, and like he just chanced it. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I feel so bad that these poor kids had to go through such betrayal as they're being like unalived by who knows who, God knows who, and thinking, Jesus Christ, like I don't know if Dylan's there laughing in their faces or what, but like she doesn't give a fuck.
Well, we get to see the stairwell. That's good.
Oh, look at that.
I trust him about as much as I can see his chin.
Where's that mic?
Doesn't he look like the guy that was putting the booties on? The tall guy with the goatee that was putting on the booties to go inside the crime scene, and then he was like the only one. It's like almost embarrassing that the other two idiots.
It's Jeff Talbot.
Yeah, okay. They didn't put anything on. It's like, yeah, it's Dickie coveralls. Just put it was a beanie for fuck's sake.
Holy crap, it's longer. Let you have that back, or else I get to do it, and I get to do it again.
Olivia's delusional. If anything, she should be able to. I mean, I thought maybe she would when we could get to like, let's just listen. We're not bad people here. Like, stop thinking what you're thinking, and just listen.
Monday at
please.
Wait, what did they say about Monday?
Are you talking about this? How much this is redacted?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, that too.
Sounds good.
I don't understand why it's redacted.
Me neither.
You want to prove that he did it. Why do you have to redact it?
Right? That they're supposedly it says he's the guy, right? So
This is what my biggest issue today. That's why we're talking about this. Because knowing that he was here, the prosecutor's here. Why do you? I mean, I'm sorry, but I'll be accusatory. I feel like they did some dirty shit.
No, of course.
Well,
I
know
guess-
they
I
don't
guess I
want us
do.
to know that. They don't want us to know that Thompson and Jennings were there.
Right.
I mean,
and honest to God, you guys, did anybody see an apartment number when they went in?
No.
This is supposedly Brian's
No,
apartment.
it's all blurred out. Couldn't see nothing.
There
This
wasn't
is
one.
about as bad as that Kopaka thing when they talked to him.
That was.
But is this the one where I wasn't here for the beginning of it. Is this the one where they knocked on the door and said,
Yeah.
pretended like someone was inside? Okay. And you can't see the
Knowing that he
number?
wasn't there,
Oh my God, you're right. They knew he wasn't in there. Oh my God, that's right.
because they're communicating between each other. They know that he's in Pennsylvania, so on and so forth. But that's
Right.
I get it's protocol. You got to do certain things, but they've shown nothing, guys. Nothing, and we know. Like I said, my problem is
all of
the
it.
prosecutor is here, and I don't trust him. I don't know what he did when he went in there. I don't know what he told them to do when they went in there. So if we could have watched it, if we could have watched this, it would have changed some things for me, but we couldn't. What the date, Tomboy?
I think they changed the date on this because I actually think they did this on the 29th.
The day they
this
arrested
is
him,
the
right?
30th.
I can't read what the body cam date says. It's very blurry, conveniently. Can anybody see that down there in the blue?
Look.
Let me.
Like a one, maybe like a January, maybe. No.
Not today, cocaine.
Whose name is Cookie?
What is that?
It's hard to see.
It says the 30th, 12/30th, at 9:24. Looks like, or 8:24.
Didn't they arrest him on the 29th though?
That's the same day they arrested it. The 30th. They arrested him on the 30th.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, yeah, they arrested him at the ass crack of dawn at 2 a.m.
It was the middle of the night.
Even the
But-
paperwork says that he is to be arrested at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. Yeah. And Tomboy could be right, guys. They could have changed the date on this very simply. That's very Outcast showed me how to do it. You can change body cam dates with no fail. No problem. It's not hard.
Well, if you go in and look at the warrants, there's several. There's actually two, I think, floating around. One is the 28th, and then somebody went and changed it to the 29th. But yet, the Jenny Ayers, her paperwork says they were on the scene on the 28th.
Like, see what I mean? How is it? Can I just answer this? Like all these questions, there's so many questions, unanswered questions that make no sense. What is the problem with just trying to answer them and seeing if it makes sense? Like we have so many questions. Like the people to this narrative, it's like, why can't you just help us understand what you're thinking and what your line of work? Because to me, like you're not going to be able to. So, but like, aren't they? I don't know. I feel like how hard would it be just to say, well, this is why we did this, and maybe we changed the date and we effed up here, we effed up there, and you know what I mean? Like it's just
they're not going to admit to any of that, Krista. That's the problem. This is
what's the point of having like
we are seeing beautiful pictures of Steptoe
Right.
apartment stairs.
right.
Yeah, they're showing this is supposed to be the body cam footage of when they served the warrant at Brian Koberger's apartment
That's
building.
crazy to me.
And we've seen nothing other than the two Idaho police officers talking. There's a little more coming up here, but that's it.
I think
so
they're
far.
desperately trying to find DNA on him. I really do. I think that's why I think they're trying to figure out how they can get the DNA.
Well, if you listened in the beginning,
Yeah.
John Daniels stated that they expected to find within the storage closet blood and tissue belonging to somebody else. That's why they wanted the warrant for the storage closet. And the storage closet was not even, it wasn't even locked, guys. The key was there for it. Okay.
And surprisingly, it was searched by Talbot.
Uh-huh.
I just want to throw something out there. Did they not find a blood stain on his pillow, on his bed?
Yeah, but that was his, I believe.
Like, listen,
Yeah, it was his.
Your face, say, when you have a pimple, it could bleed in the middle of the night, or anything with your pillows, your bathroom.
It could have been a bloody nose or anything. Yeah,
anything. Cut his
I'm
finger.
just saying.
There was nothing of evidence in his apartment.
If he shaves, he probably nick his face. That's an easy,
There was nothing.
If they need some DNA to match up to the knife sheet, why go the route they went to get his daddy's DNA?
That's what
I'm just saying. I'm just asking a question.
His dad's DNA, from my understanding, is what led to Brian because
what made them
go. But they already had Brian's DNA.
Why wouldn't you just take his DNA?
Right? Why do
they already had his DNA?
Yeah,
get his dad's.
It's the truth. Why go to PA? Why go all the way there?
That's
if you
a
know
good
it's
question.
Brian, it's so easier. Just go to his apartment and check, or say, "Hey, can I have your DNA, Brian?"
I said this before. They could have called him or stopped at his job. It's something like that, and said, "Hey, we have this situation. Could you please stop down to the station or come with us? We'd like to talk to you." I promise you, he would not have fought any of it. None of it.
Exactly. He probably wanted to clear his.
Do you think that was a tactic to just cover up the fact that they were onto him, like how they got onto him?
What made them go there? I don't understand. Like, you have to have known his name to go to that house to his dad's name, right? Am I crazy, or like did they have
his name?
So okay, so
he's
he's a suspect, right? Let's see if he has. So we find his DNA or something. I'm so confused. How the fuck I'm so lost.
I think there's something about letting him go. Like I saw somebody somewhere say something about a fugitive warrant or something.
Wow. But they pull him over with his dad, and you would think they'd be scared to death. They'd be like, "He's John Wick, but we can't approach him like, hey sir, you've been whatever." And it's like you knew right then that you knew by then that that's who you were pulling over. I think right on the highway.
Kim, do you remember the photos from
his apartment
that had all those books?
Yes.
Okay, and remember how they kept saying that the same books were in his office?
Oh,
yes,
because they all go.
There were no books in his office.
I didn't see them either, babe.
Where did it say the same books were in the office?
There's a photo that clearly shows the same books.
I think like they had to have certain books for their class, right? So that would make sense that like more, people would probably be in that office or that share an office with him, probably have the same books, some of the same books, right?
She's talking about Kim. She's talking about like the ISP photo dump where they showed the pictures of like his apartment, his office, and all that kind of stuff in those photographs.
Yeah, like
right, but I don't remember. Are you saying you can see the books in his office or you can't?
You can.
You can.
Okay. You can see the books that are up on the shelves.
Right.
And they're the same books. Okay.
Yeah.
I have two problems with that. You're a broke ass college student. Ain't nobody gonna buy 2 sets of books.
Well, guys, I think they were like the class had to have them, so probably more than one person, right? Like that would have.
I do think that could probably be explained because he's teaching and assisting, so they probably have sets of books there. I don't know.
Well, he's sharing an
office.
Right?
In the written narrative for the warrant at WSU for his office, they didn't even document books.
Oh,
crazy how like they were laid out too. Like we would like looked them all up, me and Willie, that went on live, and it was like a lot of them did say like they were for college, for what he does as teaching, but and some of them were his as well. But like they were just laid out. Like it was that when that happened, those just came out. That was like a movie to me. I was like, this is a movie. This is ridiculous because of all his research papers, what they said, how they had the books, the way they were lined up, and the things that they were, it's crazy.
I took screenshots of all those papers in the photos, and I haven't done it yet, but I was gonna read them on a live.
Kim, they're so interesting. You're gonna be like, oh my god, he wrote his life. He predicted his own life, what was gonna happen.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we were losing it. We were like, holy sh! We were like glanced over it at first.
On the warrant for his office, one of the last sentences, it says that there was no evidence here, so they didn't take an exit video.
So, I mean, like, where's his kill kit and his clothes and his hazmat suit and his mask and like, You know, like this is crazy. Like Dylan said nothing about a hazmat suit. She said basically she could see his build. So that doesn't make sense. And
the
so
hazmat suit and the kill kit, came from the G's.
But like that's ridiculous. What are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you people doing? Steve, it doesn't make sense. Are you not? I'm sorry, but like I feel you don't have to be that educated to realize that like it's got two competing narratives. Dylan says one thing, the cops say another thing. It's like she was in fear state, but I know they don't believe a word she says. But the fuck if I'm going to sit back and not say shit to her now? You know what I mean? I don't know if they have a restraining order, but to me that's weird. Why wouldn't you have a relationship with the family of the person you didn't protect, but you're supposed to? Why would you not? You're scared, like you're just a bitch that you're not going to keep in touch with this poor family who wants answers. You fucking faker McFuckersons. It's fucking nuts. Sorry, I don't know what my problem is. I should stop. Fucking Trista, stop it. It's not that hard not to say the F word.
I don't know. I mean,
it's
the apartment and the office. To
me, that's no big deal because that's what they teach. That's what his research papers explain. Basically, what like he wanted to talk about or research or teach, I guess. Like to me, he's not stupid. To me, he's not. Him and his lawyer were probably hand in hand because I think he's just as smart or smarter than her, just as smart. Because he was not stupid when it came to this shit.
The information I would be curious to see is his laptops. So because
that would be great, right?
They claimed he wiped them, right? Like they.
But even if he wipes them, they can get the goddamn footage from somewhere. It's a cloud. Oh, I can't stand it.
Well, that's true, but
what do you mean? Wipe it or not, it doesn't matter. Where do you ever see on the first 48 or whatever, any of these things? I'm sorry, I'm Sandra Bones. I love you so much. Oh, don't stop.
You're good. You're good.
It's like, where in the world did you not like if he wipes it, oh well, he erased his phone. Shut up, asshole. You know that that's not the end all be all. You know what I mean? Like, you know that the FBI can extract anything they want. They did it it's crazy to me.
But I think seeing the evidence of that,
Right.
like it's mentioned in reports or whatever, but
I want to see. I'm sorry. I'm not.
How do they know when that was done? They're making it seem circumstantial, like he did it right after the crime or right before it or something like that. I mean, has that been verified? Do we know that actually happened? Because they can say whatever they want.
Exactly. Good question. Because you're right. Like what? How?
Like,
I would love to see the cell phone footage. I would love
like
to.
The Amazon thing. They can say whatever they want, but we haven't seen the receipt yet.
What they say and what they prove in court is two different things.
Never produced any tech that was in the possession. Right. Right.
Never produced any tech. It's like you would think, like, if you're telling, I just like the end when Santa fuck was like, just forget it, just move on. He's gonna go rot in prison. Just move on, everybody. Move on, everybody. It's like, dude, you just fucked us. You just said to us that none of us, we had nothing on him. We didn't even know it was him. We were surprised. We were on his trail. No, there was this. Everything you thought was a lie. You guys made that up. You know, we just got his name, and all of a sudden he's the man, and that's it. He just did all this, and nobody, you don't extract any information from him. You don't ask him how he did it. You're not even curious how he would have done it, because I'm sure that people in the neighborhood would like to know how you think he did it. Because if not, there's a lot of murderers running around.
Right.
You know, like, I don't feel safe if I live there. I'd be like, look, I don't feel safe because this man's not John Wick. Ethan could have taken him. Think about it. Ethan would have taken Brian. He's not this 17-year-old kid they keep showing us pictures of.
Jen made a good point that it was the Barnharts that put out that info. Well, that was about his phone being off, right? Did they do all the technology?
Barnharts.
Yeah, well, Lucy just said that they never produced any tech that was in the possession of Brian.
Right.
And then said, oops, sorry, Tomboy. Then the tech that is sophisticated to wipe, none of that is in the state's exhibits. That's interesting as hell.
Right. And with the Barnharts, like, I know that they definitely spoke about the phone being off. Well, the phone is off.
Mm-hmm.
But we just looked it up the other day that there's like 4 reasons that your phone can go off network, and it can be out of range.
Yep.
You know, your battery could die.
All of that. Yeah.
There were like 4 things, but they focus on that one. And like I told Carlos, I'm like, that's their expert. That's the prosecution's expert. The defense is going to have their own expert that's going to combat that. And I don't know Did they produce anything about that in their
Yes, the dumbest thing those people ever said. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. He goes, the stupidest thing I've ever had to do was write in a report that you can't take pictures if the phone is shut off. So it's impossible for him to take those pictures. Like, I'm sorry, you're an expert. Say, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to protect my integrity and say the man didn't shut his phone off or whatever. You know what I mean? He's like, the dumbest thing I ever had to do was write in this report that this man's phone was off. It was impossible for him to take pictures. He took pictures. So how was it? Like, that's what he's saying. He's like trying to say that, it's still possible, or impossible that he didn't. I don't know.
They're complete idiots. What
they are.
For them to use them was like, it blew my mind. It really blew my mind.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard you say. You're an expert and you say that to us.
You can pay anybody to testify about anything.
I actually didn't know that.
And Lucy's true. Lucy's right. They absolutely completely and totally misled people, guys. And they're not any. They're a joke.
They're
a complete joke.
They got played. I don't know what the hell's wrong. They're like you said, Diego. This is a dirty investigation.
How many cops are we counting here? Let's take a look at this.
They fight dirty, or whatever this is.
I started playing that again by accident. My apologies, but this is all dirty. I'm sorry.
It is,
and I know people can call me. You can call me whatever you want to call me.
Don't call you late to dinner.
Rabbit hole jumper, whatever the hell you want to call me. But for me to think,
right.
And not trust Bill Thompson and Ashley Jennings to go to this apartment and not do something that they shouldn't do is not that far out of line to me, you guys. It's really not.
Listen,
everything that we've seen. I'm sorry.
The fact that they want to say that we all make up conspiracy theories, the fact that you want us to believe your narrative is absolutely ridiculous. That's the conspiracy, because that doesn't make sense. We're actually coming up with things that probable things that could have happened that actually line up in math. You're, 3 floors, 4 bodies, and 1 man in 7 minutes. I'm sorry. Like, that's the conspiracy. Like, we could have never come up with something so ridiculous. Like, you want to believe this ridiculous shit.
That's a good point. And here's another statement too, real fast. Lucy is absolutely right. If you stop and think about what they've said to us, Brian's apartment, there was a book there about college-age females and SAing, sexual assault. Okay. And they're trying to claim that there were things that he had in his, that were his, about that were pornographic, that were this, were that. I probably wasn't porn, folks. That's probably what they found, and they probably made it into that because this is what they do.
Well, I'm sorry. If porn's a crime, then arrest me now. Then.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is the man is still also a young adult male that's single. It's not abnormal for men to look at pornography. I'm just saying. Yeah. This stuff.
I thought they were more like.
They said it was weird.
Academic books.
They were. They were.
Most of them were.
This was just
saying this one was not.
It was something something he was like either it was on this kind of crime, I believe.
He said one of the books was college-age females and sexual assaults, which is probably something he was studying.
It was
criminology stuff. In turn, they probably looked at this and at what she's saying is they probably tried to quell that into the grouping of being like weird porn.
Oh yeah, because do you think that's going to be the title of one of those kinds of books?
Right.
Exactly.
It's going to be like Hot Mamas,
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the things that they've done though in that aspect. She's right though. That's probably what they did.
You know what's also crazy? Like they have not once. I thought they would use his addiction against him. Think about it. Like, don't you think they'd be like, oh, he relapsed. He's an addict. He was an addict. That's why he did this. They never once said that, which actually blows my mind that they didn't use that against him. I never even knew about that until
they probably didn't use it because they knew they couldn't, because he had never had any kickbacks on it since he's been off of it. He's never had
that's amazing. Like, that's something to fucking celebrate, dude. Like, that's hard as hell. To do what he did, move across country with what he's a self-medicator. I'm assuming,
and that's what I'm guessing. Here's what my thought was, Krista. With that back, I said this before. The man had not been diagnosed as an adult with autism until this went down. So
I didn't know that either.
The stuff that he wrote when he was 16, that Melissa talks about he was an organic meat sack, blah 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 blah. Had no feeling, all that stuff. In my opinion. If he didn't understand himself, and the issues he was going through mentally and emotionally because of the autism and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
and didn't quite get his own thought processes. Self-medication will lead to drug addiction. Okay.
Yep.
Wanting to medicate like with heroin or opioids or
Mhm.
something like that is going to lead people sometimes to addiction because they're trying to get rid of the feeling that they have that they don't understand because he
Yep.
was never diagnosed and or medicated for it. That's
Yeah.
all that means to me.
It is
My
because
son has gone through weird things about his feelings and thoughts and stuff until
Yep.
he, medicated and stuff and talked to me about it. It's
And like
normal.
when you feel uncomfortable in front of other people and all your friends are going to parties and stuff, that's what led it for me. Like, because I don't like being around people. Like I would be so anxious, but I wanted to hang out with my friends. That's what led me to start doing pills and then like everything you do, because it's hard for you to be around people you don't, like you said, everything you said, Dago. And if he's not, who does really understand themselves at 14, 15, 16 at that point?
Well, the reason I know this
No?
is my middle
Yeah.
child is manic and he's bipolar. Okay.
Like me.
He refuses to take medications the doctor gives him because he doesn't like how it makes him feel.
Yeah.
So in turn, he smokes tons and tons of weed, folks.
Like
That's
me.
what he does because
Yep.
it takes his, oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe don't leave them.
Oh my God.
You guys, everything okay? Uh-oh.
What happened?
So we had a mop water situation that somebody cleaned up milk that had spilled, and my son left the mop in the water, left the bucket in it, and then they took the mop out of the bucket. Oh my God.
Oh,
God. That's what elementary schools smell like.
Oh my
Or
God.
like
so
I used
bad.
to work at a pizza shop and they empty the drain thing, the grease drain. Oh,
Ooh, this is bad. This is bad.
I thought you were having.
I thought you were gonna say there was flooding again, so I'm glad.
No. This is bad.
Listen,
So gross. So
I
gross.
diagnosed the same, and I went on
They walked it through the house, so it's like everywhere now. It's disgusting. God. Anyway, it was where did it get emptied?
from here? That's funny. Listen, he just described me. That's crazy because like I stopped taking my lithium. I was taking it for 20 some years, and I realized in the long run, literally it took me a long time to realize like that was not, it didn't really do much for me except for make me not feel anything. And when you're bipolar and you're manic and I smoke tons of pot too, but see how I am right now? I've been smoking all day and you hear me, right? This is manic right here. This is my bipolar manic episodes where it's like my brain doesn't stop. And it's like I smoke so much pot, like, and I'm sure he's like, the lithium, all it does is cover it up. Like you don't want to be like a zombie, then you have no emotions.
Oh,
that's why a lot of people don't take medications because of what it does to them, right?
It just took me like a long time to figure that out, and I don't know what age he is. I don't know, but and also it takes you a long time to get diagnosed with being bipolar or manic. Like, and you feel like you're OCD. Am I OCD? Am I ADHD? Am I?
When he was younger, they knew he was spectrum. I'm sorry. But
yeah,
then
the autism spectrum.
When he got older, you know what I mean, is when it had to be diagnosed, so on and so forth, like because of this kind of stuff. So it's a thing.
It's such a
but
thing.
it makes sense as to why some of this stuff has happened. But
when you have a high functioning, smart child when they're little, and you notice some oddities, maybe like that social awkwardness. Parents are going to handle it different, but I can see like that the social part of it, I guess my point isn't going to really have an impact until you're older and you're trying to like be in work environments or you have like solid relationships with other people.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I was always the weird kid though. I never could. I would tell my mom, I don't feel like I was a weird kid. And I told my mom, she didn't want to do anything about it. So I like went up until I was,
that whole thing, about all the reports that came out of WSU about him, where they were talking about spatial blocking or whatever the hell they called that, and all that weird shit they said about him, talking all this stuff. All of that relates to the ASD, in my opinion, that he's standing there staring at people. He's doing this, he's doing that, because he doesn't know how to interact with new people as of now, or just like in a situation, he doesn't know how to talk, or start talking to you about certain things and stuff. And he's just standing there, and he wants to, but he doesn't know how to. And I've seen this happen with my own child. That's why I know it is. So
he really said, like, when it's something he's interested in. When somebody's interested in, he's so engaging, they said.
And he's tried to start those conversations, and that just makes him weird. So, and those people make me sick, because they took all of that and tried to use that against him to incriminate him for the crime.
They paint that in a bad light, and a lot of those people with that kind of condition, they fixate on things.
Even so bad as it was so bad that the professors were doing it along with that, and that made me even more disgusted. It's ignorant.
And he was like the guy that you chose for that program. Like, nobody had a problem with him until afterwards. And all the things they said were, you could, all the circumstantial evidence they want to say led to him. Like, get out of here. There's more circumstantial evidence.
Some of it was, I'll say this much. When I read back through some of that stuff, some of it was recorded earlier on, but they didn't know. That's why nobody did anything, in my opinion, and actually tried to file any charges or did any of this, because I don't think they truly believed that it was being done criminally. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
I think that they just used these excuses after the fact and said, hey, this is what he was doing, when he was doing it, why we think he was now, and so on and so forth. All these people are disgusting to me, in my opinion. I'm just saying.
They should be ashamed of themselves, honestly. Like,
I agree with that.
I think it's actually shameful to say that, call him a liar and shit in court, like Santa fuck did. It's like, if he's such a liar, then why do you believe that he's guilty when he said he's guilty then?
Right. Oh, here's another good point Lucy just shared with me. That where'd it go? Hold on. Actually, this is interesting. So, okay. Remember that big deal that they made about, and again, more sick ass ignorant people, when he was in court, in the hearing and all that other stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. I love that his sister explained that.
Right. Well, look at this. The autism heart.
Yeah, puzzle pieces.
How about that, guys? It looks identical.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Tomboy. There you go. That's exactly what Melissa drew for him.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a dark family with a murderer for a brother and a son, right?
Right.
These people are God-loving, good, decent, people, and it's like society has destroyed their family, their family like backbone, in my opinion, and what they've said about them, including Brian.
Look how close he is with his mom.
It makes me sick, you guys. I get so pissed off about this.
It made me sad at Christmas thinking about his mom. His mom broke my goddamn heart when she was crying in court, and how much he has such a good relationship with her. That's his.
Yeah. If we can get through this Inside Your Bones, we're gonna go to that too, because I want to rip that apart too. The other, I got another part for you guys. Hold on a minute. Now this is the other thing, guys. Look at this. Amanda Marie, guess who that is?
His sister, right?
Little sister?
The older sister, yeah. I think they're both older, to be honest with you.
The thing about autism,
they look just like him.
They don't have to be. Most of them are the 4 central colors because it has significance. But when you have a child, when you have a child on ASD, they make a heart. They don't put the 4 colors in there. They just make it all sorts of colors. They say
multiple colors.
That's how their brain goes.
The point to this entire post right here. Thank you so much, Lucy. This means everything right here.
But it's the puzzle pieces that are the symbol.
Yeah, right. But look at the date, folks. Look at the date. April 4th of 2016. So it was known before the crimes happened that Brian had an issue, per se.
Oh.
I don't believe it's an issue. I believe it's a gift in some ways, in my opinion, with
It
what
is.
my child has. My child's a genius musician, so just saying.
Yes.
I don't know
savant.
why or where I either heard or read that he was diagnosed
When he was younger.
But
the only reason he got diagnosed again when he was in prison was because they needed an updated one.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And there's everybody running around saying that he's not because it was never diagnosed when he was a child, when he was this, when he was that. That's not true. And this is Lucy, and I think Sarah actually presented this to Lucy. So thank you both, Lucy and Sarah. So everybody that says that Brian's not autistic, that they never knew he was autistic, go get your head checked. That's all I'm saying. Or relook at it. I should be. So I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm just, it irritates me because I think maybe mainly because I have a child that's ASD. I hate seeing people make the statements that they're saying without realizing what they're saying.
It's just
this entire case to me is about somebody that's being bullied because they're on the spectrum. That's how this looks to me. I'm sorry.
It's
Every
just
bit of it.
like, they call him all the names and all the things they say about him, and like he's all this, right? But then he's also this womanizer and this user and this crafty guy who tries to get into your head and because he wants to come murder you. Like it's like, what make your mind? Like, what is he? Is he a liar?
In my opinion, he's none of that. That's why that's why I can't even be comfortable saying that I think he could be involved.
I used to.
And be another person, be one of a couple people. That's very hard for me to come to that conclusion, you guys. That's all I'm saying.
Billy's like, I leave for about a couple months and all of a sudden you think Brian was there. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Right. So anyway, let me get back to where we watched the video. There was nothing else coming out of that video, guys. We don't see Bill Thompson and Ashley Jennings there. They don't show them. They're redacted. I think it was done on purpose.
I really hope nobody paid for that. Did somebody pay? Somebody paid for that, right? That video.
Well, I think it was a FOIA from Coleman.
Okay.
I don't think they had to pay for it.
I would hope not, because Jesus, I mean, come on. Yeah. This is crazy. Like, they charge you for redactions. So basically, the more you pay, the less you get. It's like, what the hell?
Right.
What is that? Like, and then how many times do you charge that same number? If you're only paying for it once, how many times do you charge every single person 10 grand? Every time somebody wants it? Or, I mean, that to me makes no sense. You should by now have a program where you only have to do it once. They
shouldn't have to do. They shouldn't be able to do that
at all, right? I mean, I say this all the time. I watch all these channels like body cam footage and all these crazy like crime scenes and like interviews, and I'm like, this is like they catch the people. They basically catch the people within, like they say, the first 48, but it's it's like real body cams and stuff. And I'm like, if they could do this, like, I just don't understand. Like, they were on the path of other people. Like, we know that, right? But like, did you have the evidence to really be where it did to lead where you got to? Because you didn't get to Brian. You didn't even know who the fuck he was, but you got other people.
Well, you made me think of something talking about the first 48 and like talking to people and stuff. So that 1112 camera. Okay.
Yeah.
I went back and listened to it again, comparing those noises from 2:30 to 4:15. So if those noises were coming from inside the house, or the police are trying to determine where are these noises coming from, did we ever once see them? I mean, we've seen them talk to the people who live in that house. Did they ask them, hey, did you guys have a party last night? Did you have guys in your house last night? Did you fight with your boyfriend last night? Like,
what were these noises?
All of that yelling. They didn't ask them anything.
Like, to me, right? Does it sound like those noises are coming from inside the house that camera's attached to, or the house next door? Because to me, I'm going on my camera, and I'm trying to see if I can hear my inside of my neighbor's house from my outside camera, and I cannot. I hear what's going on inside of my house, but not
exactly. But if that sliding door was open, and there's yelling and screaming, it can echo. Like,
that, but outside, I could see if we hear outside noises, right, like coming from the house. But I just feel like the underwater sound we're hearing, I just feel like, and again, like you said, if that's where are these noises coming from, please investigate and let us know, because you're making us think or feel that like these crazy screams are happening. Where's this party that we're supposedly hearing?
In the backyard behind. The party was behind the house at the Moy's house, supposedly. But if the slider door was open or that front door was open, that's a fishbowl area. Everything that's going to come through there is going to echo out into that area, and that microphone can pick things up and at a distance. I'll say that much.
Like we can hear outside. We can tell what's outside, right? We can pick it up with the stuff's on the outside of the house, of all these houses, dwellings, right?
Right. What were you going to say,
Can you
Kim?
really hear like the inside?
From what I've read, there was definitely a party at the Whites.
Okay.
There was, we all thought the party was at Matt Moy's house because that kid at Banfield said Matt. But I thought it was you, Dago. Oh, we're echoing.
Oh, wait.
Am I echoing?
I'll mute my.
I think you might have told me this, Dago, that we were talking about could there have been another Matt? And then someone said it was, oh God, whose brother? Someone's brother had a birthday party. Like that's in the documents that there was a party for someone's brother that night.
Do you guys remember
and my point, I haven't seen evidence that there was a party at the Moy's house from anything anybody said other than the Banfield kid saying Matt. So I guess I'm trying to come up with where these noises came from. So the Whites, that's close. Mm-hmm. The other house was way over past Linda Lane, so I don't think it would be that.
Remember the singing and the chanting?
I don't
Remember
know
your
if
delis?
able to hear Matt Moy's house to Linda Lane.
Only if not to Linda Lane, to the 1112 camera.
Yeah, because
where's
it's
the Nelly
almost
music
directly straight up the hill behind Jack Decor's apartment.
That's far though, don't you think?
It's behind Matt Moy's house is behind the 1122 house, but it's back, a ways.
Remember the Nelly music we heard, and then it like went to chanting on the 1112. Like where is that? Like where is that now? Like
The Shark Tank had a lot of people over there drinking. Is that the Shark? What's the 1119 house? Is that the Shark Tank house?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of people going on.
I mean, there were a lot of people there. I don't know if they had a party, but there was a lot of people there.
Matt Moy was up at 3 a.m. to go to, I believe, ROTC, and then he went to B-Dubs for training.
Right. Yeah, those people that live in Matt Moy's house all said they were like in bed, like getting home from work, going to bed, like in bed. It didn't really sound like a.
Yeah, but Vonda, like try to see if you could hear like the inside of your neighbor's house. Like I know I could like Ring Cam, you can hear my neighbors fighting across the street outside, but I definitely cannot hear like like the TV or something in the house next door from me like holding my it just feels like the camera's up to the house like you would have your ear up to the wall. The camera's like, to me that's what it feels like or sounds like your ears up to the wall and you're hearing what's inside that house. Also simultaneously it's catching what's outside. Obviously that's what it's there for, but like I don't know, to me I
just wonder if it's different because it's a Ring Cam, because I have those too and those are only recording if they're set off by motion.
Senor Wazowski bought the same camera. It's a specific brand.
I
can't think of what it is right now, and I don't think he's in here, but he bought the same exact one, and he's gonna do experiments to try to see.
Good. I was doing. I should video it and show you guys when I do it.
How and where he can pick it up, and what makes certain sounds, what doesn't, so on. So you know what I mean. So hopefully he'll have some kind of results from that, and it'll be easier to see.
That's a really good. It's a really good camera too. The light bulb.
That's a really good idea. That's what I was doing.
That's what I was
can't remember the name that he said he purchased the name of what it was, and he's going to do the same type stuff. But like I said, Kim, if you remember, we talked about this before, is why I said your name with this one, because remember when we were talking about the sounds that were coming off of that, and how like with the door across the street, when the door shut. You watched the door shut. I think it was you we were talking. Maybe it was Lana. I can't remember. I'm sorry. But
I've seen that video. Yeah.
The door shuts, then you hear it like 30 seconds later. The delay on there. So it makes you wonder if some of the sounds that we're hearing are delayed as well. Okay.
That's a good
idea.
And where they're coming from, like the distance that they're coming from.
But I think it was also telling that you could just hear a door close. Like it wasn't slammed. It was just click.
And it was very clear. Yeah,
yes,
very clear and loud and loud. So it's got a good microphone on it to pick up things. at distances. That's probably, I don't know, I'd say at least 60 yards away from the camera where that door was, at least. So
like Xana's room's like what, 50 feet, right?
Roughly,
yeah.
Now,
But do any of you guys, hi.
Hi.
And if
Sorry,
you,
I thought you were there the whole time. Hi.
do you guys think that any of the sounds were done on purpose?
To cover up their sounds, maybe? Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? I was thinking that
okay,
before.
I've heard people
Yeah,
say
the fucking barking.
Oh my god.
I mean, just because you know, a murder, you would be before you would be paranoid, and I mean, it goes over my head. First of all, either Dylan and Bethany were not there, or they're lying their asses off. Because if there are 4 girls or 4 people, excuse me, murdered, you know, 3 of them were going to be screaming.
Yes,
they were going to be screaming, and you're going to be hearing it, and there would be blood everywhere. So something is not right. Either they're not there and they're extracted, or there's a whole lot that we do not know that makes no sense, right? You know,
because if what really happens would, if they really witnessed, I just think in my head, like if Dylan really saw that, what normal person would do what she did? Like
girls scream, and Dylan would have heard it.
Right. And it's like, but did she really see this guy? Like, how do you say you saw this hard murderous shit, but
She
you weren't
didn't.
scared?
She couldn't have. She couldn't have been there.
That's
But
what I'm saying.
I
Bethany
believe.
must have, like,
So I
been
want to read this TikTok. I came. So I don't know who it was, because I'm really not. I don't go on TikTok. But she took one of Jules and put sound bites to it, and I went on, and one of her I was read the comments, and she said it was 4 assailants: Gil, Quinn, Farley, and Molly's blonde friend. Gil and Farley are part of Aryan Brotherhood, and Xana's parents snitched Farley out, and he got caught with 400 plus GS of dope, whatever that means. Is that grams or more than grams? GS. The FBI guys in cowboy hats were protecting the parents by parking outside their house. Can be seen on Google Maps. So when they couldn't get the parents, they got the next best thing, which I thought all along it was a hit. Quinn's dad is also part of that group, and Quinn was used because he knew the inside layout of the house. This isn't a theory. Gosh darn it. This isn't a theory. All of this has now been proven.
Where are you reading from, VG?
This was on a TikTok, as a comment on one of the TikToks.
Okay.
That kind of makes sense.
26 seconds of the Delta on Banfield body cam. You guys were talking about the body cams, or 26 seconds Delta on body cam. Brian is, and then I can't read any more of it because.
Well, I'll when you say that, and all due respect, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I can't get on board with the Delta stuff. That's just me.
Oh yeah,
I
right.
can't follow any of that. I'm sorry. I tried, and I listened multiple different ways, and I looked at it as many ways as I could, and I just can't get on board with the Delta thing. So my apologies on that.
Yeah, it just was interesting that somebody was saying the different names. I mean, because Quinn is her boyfriend, and then
supposedly Quinn was never there.
Yep,
but he was there.
He was at the party, Sigma Chi, that night.
According to them, Quinn has never been to the house, never been to
That's weird.
Moscow. It's crazy, but
what? She never sees her boyfriend, but she go to his house or something.
I don't believe it. I'm not saying I believe it.
Right. I know. Right. We're all like actually rhetorical questioning when we're saying this stuff. Like, we all know it's bullshit. We're just like speaking aloud.
I'll be honest with you. I think Quinn was at the house with her that morning. I do.
Yep. I also feel like
this is my opinion, of course, but I think he was there.
I think Hunter was too. Unfortunately, I really do. I know you think that he had his phone and stuff. I feel like Hunter was there. I just do.
I don't know.
He doesn't seem as shocked as he should be.
Well, none of them do.
Nobody, and it's weird. It's just weird.
Nobody within any of the interviews that we saw, nobody nobody has the shock value I feel like they should be displayed.
No.
Just from my experiences with people that have gone through things like
Right.
this.
Especially Maisie and the other hunter. What I'm just like, I couldn't, I was trying to believe hardly like that they didn't know, that Hunter didn't tell them what was going on. And
But then you
they're all
guys,
confused.
and then the connection, then think about this. How could you send your kids back to that
Yeah.
stinking school before knowing who it was, or even after sending your kids back there?
Some people look at like the Chapins, in my opinion, all due respect, I think it's an investment for them. And I think that they're invested in deeply into things within the school. That's why I think they went back. So
you think,
were you trying to say something, Kim?
Sorry. Do you think they were mad at Ethan because they thought maybe he was into things that like he should have been in with Xana? Do you think maybe they didn't approve of Xana and they just kind of, I don't want to say they hated, they picked
I know from what I understood in the beginning, they did not care for Xana in the beginning. They claimed to love her, this and that, and everything else at the end of all this. But you stepped away. Okay, Kim. But I don't believe they did, because Xana was not
from their kind of people,
their cup of tea per se. Okay, whether it was Ethan's or not, that's his business. That's not theirs. But yeah, I'm just saying that's my thought on that. I don't know how we got to this conversation, but that's my thought to answer that question. I don't think they cared for her and her group of friends, and I think it took Ethan in another direction that they didn't want him to go, in my opinion. So.
It just seems like Hunter and Maisie, it's their brother plus the girl that he loved, and you're not losing your mind. They're slaughtered. And you got this asshole who's like apparently telling you the news, the bad news, and like nobody's running. I mean, I would be gunning for the door, you know, like where's my brother? I went like, I don't understand. Like, who the fuck is he to tell them that? Who the fuck is he to give them that news? You know what I'm saying?
And I do want to go back real quick. Kim put in a statement in the chat over here. If I can find it again, I have to agree with her. I have to agree with her full-heartedly. I think she said something about, I think it misspelled, but I think I know what she was saying, was that she believes that Quinn's name was redacted in the documents a lot. I have to think I agree with you on that too. I think that's one of the names that was highly redacted, to be honest.
Interesting. So that's interesting.
Okay, Tomboy. Thank you. But real quick, guys, I just wanted to show, because we're at almost 3.5 hours now. Where are we at?
Come on, that's a short show.
You know, the reason I came in real quick, and it took me forever to get in, but you guys were talking about, Brian Koberger. The house, I always often wondered, why did they make such a huge ordeal of breaking in how they did? Is that a normal thing? Does anyone know?
I truly, Fiji, I honestly believe that was for looks. They did it to make it look like to keep the narrative running that Brian's this bad person.
Yeah.
They had to SWAT him with, and kick in the doors and bust out the windows. When, like I said,
the beginning of it,
they could have called him when they got his name and said, "Hey,
right,
such with Moscow police. We're running an investigation, sir, and I just wondered if you could get some time, if you could stop down to the station so we could talk to you." And I could guarantee you, he just said, "Sure, no problem."
Right, is the beginning of the narrative.
That's part of exactly what the narrative was, because if you follow along. Once they did that, that's what kicks it off. Then they follow the flight.
Yep.
Like you're watching the president of the United States fly into America or some weird shit. They follow him all the way home to Idaho. They have to make sure they're on the tarmac and watch the night transport of him being walked off the plane in chains up to the first court appearance. And then from there forward, it was nothing but propaganda day after day after day after day that the media put out. 100%. So yeah,
it was like watching the Silence of the Lambs when they had him coming up.
I said that. I said I'm surprised they don't have him on a damn dolly walking him across the tarmac. Truly,
really, yeah,
with the mask on. You know what I mean? It was ridiculous, guys. And this is not. Brian never presented ever as some kind of a sociopath that needed to be medicated and strapped to a damn dolly with a bridge mask on his face. Never. Nothing.
Remember with like Luigi Mangione, how they were like, it literally looked like a movie. How they had
the
him
same
walk with
thing to him. Yeah.
right, one guy, but like with Brian, they barely had he was never even handcuffed.
It's the same thing they have to do. They have to do this for the public to accept.
It's ridiculous.
Yes, it's been all about public perception.
Thank you.
He should be the most dangerous man in America. Think about it. He should at this point.
I had two things
Yes.
that I wanted to add because I heard you talking about the Quinn comment.
Mhm.
You know, when you read the docs, we all do it, and you come to a redacted name.
Right.
You start thinking, okay, who are they talking to right now? Who's associated with who? Like, we know a lot of the names, and there were quite a few where I was like, yeah, he would make sense in that sentence. Not that it is him, but he's a person that could make sense. And then RJ Anderson had I thought a good thought in the comments about, we were told, and I don't know where this came from, so help me if you knew where this came from, that Jake, Maddie's boyfriend, requested Jack Showalter to keep an eye on her.
Yes.
And, you know, there's in the documents, I believe, or through interviews or whatever, there's statements made about a CI in Boise, right? They said that they had phone calls with this person or whatever. So we know that that's like been stated. And I think everybody thinks it's Quinn or like, and then you start looking at all the other people, but isn't Jake from Boise?
Uh-huh.
And so how would he know Maddie needs protecting?
Thank you. Where Jake wasn't there. Okay. Jake
Right.
was not at the corner club. Jake was in Boise. So when did this conversation take place with Showalter?
Weird.
If it happened.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And that should be in his phone documents. If
Right.
phone dump.
That's the case. And why? If that was the case, see, we understood that Maddie knew that Showalter knew Maddie, not anybody else, just Maddie. Remember? It didn't say that they knew her boyfriend. They knew her. He knew her from classes they took, business classes or something. I think it was. That was it. So yeah, good point, Kim. Very good point. So, and all these people are from the Boise area.
My niece and Maddie and he were doing a project together in marketing.
Your niece, and say again, PG?
My niece Jack and Maddie were doing a project in a marketing class together.
Oh my God, a project with her.
Yeah, I forgot that you said that your niece went there too.
That's right. Well, if Jack did a project with her, then he knows Maddie, right? Pretty well, I would think.
So did your niece have a feeling about this whole thing? What's her thought?
My niece was very good friends. Well, they were in the same sorority as Kaylee.
So what if I can ask you? Yeah, what are your
if you feel comfortable
don't mind me
saying.
asking you, Fiji, what are her thoughts on what she thinks happened?
Yeah.
She moved away and doesn't like to talk about it.
Oh, wow.
Nobody does. Nobody wants to talk about it. You know, I get that. I get the trauma.
Like my family doesn't like to talk about it. It's very weird.
Did she ever give you say anything like as a thought? Does she think Brian did this or didn't do this or anything like that?
She doesn't know. So that's kind of, at first she thought, yes, it's him. And I think that, it was a comfort for them,
Exactly.
A false sense of comfort, though.
Yeah, it would have to be because that was part of the deal. Like I said this 3 years ago, that not knowing and having somebody in custody for this is, everybody should be in a panic right now because we don't know if this person's still walking the street. Well, then that was part of the reason why it was rushed, I think, for his arrest. So they arrest him. Okay. Right. They get him in custody. We got the guy, and they made sure in the press conferences, and everybody remembers this, and I pointed this out then too. They made sure to answer questions in the same rate, saying, this is him. We believe he did it on his own. He was the lone perpetrator, period. They forced that theory in the very beginning. It's done. They had their guy. I think that was done for PR to make everybody feel comfortable again. That way they would make sure to send their kids back. The people that didn't, and the kids that were on, doing their own thing would come back too. So I still believe that's why that was done. So I understand completely why she would feel comfortable at that point. And I didn't mean to interrupt you, but so go
That's
ahead.
a false sense of security. That's a false sense of security that you find out 3 years later that you were comfortable enough. Then you sent your kids back there. You lived in that area. Her niece was there. To find out later on that it doesn't, all these things you thought Dylan said and you thought happened didn't happen. So then I'd be pissed that you made me feel safe enough for 3 years to be there and you lied.
But I'll tell you, my daughter went there and she did not feel safe. She was there the year before, and she went to
before the murders happened, Fiji.
Yes, and she went to fraternity parties. She just did not feel safe. I think she was drugged a few times. She couldn't get out of there. She only lasted one semester there. She transferred she went in as a junior. She had done running start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Or no, was she a sophomore? She transferred as a sophomore. And so she could have went into both sororities as both Maddie and Kaylee were in, because my niece was in, the one, so she had an automatic. And she said, Mom, I don't want to go into either of them. They're really fake. And I said, you know what? You do what your heart wants to do, honey. And backed her, what she wanted to do. And anyways, but she went to the parties. That's how it works for girls, And she lasted the first semester and got her home. And then she went to college, the big college at home. But she couldn't get out of there fast enough. And she was different. She was different. Let me just put it that way.
Do you know what made her feel not safe?
Yeah. Like, was it the area or was it the students?
I think she was drugged. I think she was drugged at a party.
I don't want to ask this question either.
I mean, I totally feel like she was drugged at a party.
Hold on, Krista. Do you think she was assaulted as well, Fiji?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what my heart says as a mom.
That's what I thought. Okay. I'm sorry, by the way. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I mean, my heart totally,
you said she came back different, and that's why I'm saying.
Highly, highly different.
I've seen, unfortunately, in
and I'm a therapist, but that goes out the door. You know what I mean?
When you're a parent, of course. Absolutely.
I wonder how many times that happens too, and they just don't want. And I understand why you don't say anything, because you just want to get out of it. If nobody feels safe because of the students and the parties and the sororities and the fraternities, that tells us something, right? That's why they feel.
Listen, guys, it's not just Idaho. Idaho is very bad, from my understanding, with that kind of stuff and everything we've seen go on. But this is college campuses in general nowadays. Okay.
But it's different. I'm not gonna say it's different, but my son went to WSU. He was in a fraternity. Maybe it's the way I raised him, but I mean, I sent my son to school also with condoms, but I was like, you're always respectful, and he would walk groups of girls back to their sororities, right? Because it's dark and whatnot, and they had cars too, the same type of thing that cars that when girls were out and whatnot, but they're not always available. And so, sometimes there would be a friend he'd grab, but he would walk girls back. And that's just kind of the thing to do.
Good for him. Good for him. Good for you for raising him that way. Good for you.
So I was hoping it would be like that over there. But I can remember Mom's Weekend one time, and there's a group of University of Idaho kids that came, and they were using the bottom of stubbies to come over in one of their formals, and they were different. They were kind of stuck up, and I think it's because it's a little bit of a smaller Greek system over there, and they don't know how to kind of run the Greek system because they are smaller, and maybe there's something different over U of I. There's just kind of a bad vibe of their Greek system, a little bit.
And you're not the first person. And Kim said, you know who Kim is, not just Kim up here with me, but WSU Kim.
Yeah.
She said that her daughter as well as other people that she knew through her daughter, had stated that their Greek system through Idaho is
it's different. It's weird.
It's way out of whack. Yeah, it's way different. Like
their council, I don't think they have a good council, is why.
Overly controlling and like overbearing, and like there's a lot of like infighting and just attitudey, swanky.
Probably manipulation.
Manipulation. Here we go. And then the what did you say, Fiji? Like snarky, like mean girl type people and stuff like that. A lot of that kind of stuff goes on there. Like there's no.
I get that from Emily. And
well, that's what Sophia said. I mean, well, you know, there's a lot of people there, but the fake eyelashes and the certain type of hair, and she said, "Oh my gosh, you'd have to spend X amount of money per month to have looks and the clothes and this and that." I mean, just like she did go through. Oh, what's it called? That first week, I forget what it's called. She went over early and did it. Rush, thank you. And the amount of money on clothes just for that. And I'm a single mom. I'm just like, oh gosh.
All right, here we go. Guys, I have to bring this to a close. A friend of my son's has an autistic child who was at his grandmother's house, who I guess walked out of the house and they haven't been able to find him. So I have to get off.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Sending you love, and we love you very much.
He's a 2-year-old, so I need to get off.
We love you. We love you.
Child, so.
Good luck, Dago. We're everybody prayers to find that little boy.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much, guys. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Okay.
Take care.
Posted.
Right, bye-bye.
Prayers.
Bye.
Nobody knows how long ago it was. Just a few minutes ago.
Aw, I'm sorry.
Just called Shane. So if you take the call.